Takes the snap, looks, throws. He's looking for Zay. He's got it. And Zay! Zay Alexander from 17 yards out. And Austin Cummins just put that one on a dot.
Welcome to Cougar Football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Kasich. Brought to you by AISD Live.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Amarillo, Texas. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kasich bringing you Cougar Football tonight. One game, one winner, one district championship, the way we've been billing it, Rick. This one's got to live up to the hype because my voice can't take much more.
Yeah, Jimmy, this one is going to be a huge ball game tonight for the district championship. For Paladuro, what's at stake? A chance to win the undisputed district title for the Cougars. A chance to claim a co-championship and that #1 seed in the playoffs next week. Both of these teams have a home playoff game next week against schools from El Paso.
It's been since 2020 since the Cougars have won a district championship, so you know that they're locked and loaded for this one tonight.
Yeah, Cougars had a week off last week, and rather than the normal bye week, recover, work on a few things, they spent part of that time focusing on Paladuro last week. So they're primed and ready to come in. They should be fresh. They're getting back a little healthy. They're getting Bo Byrne back tonight. They should be at top performance. Paladuro, of course, has followed the Cougars' schedule all year long. Cooper opened up with Wichita Falls Memorial. Paladuro had them the next week. Last week, Cooper was off. Paladuro had Wichita Falls Legacy, a game they rolled through just as expected. So tonight is going to be a great matchup. You look at what these two teams have done. Cooper beats Lubbock Cooper 66-16. Paladuro beats them 36-33. Cooper loses to Wiley by 7. Paladuro beats Wiley by 7. Both teams blew Memorial out. They blew Legacy out. They blew Plainview out. So not much difference for these two teams. But the Cougars tonight, if they can come out and run the ball and control the clock, they're going to be in great shape for this ball game.
Well, running the ball is the big deal tonight. Yep. The Cougars have got to be able to come out. They've got to be able to move the sticks. One of the things that has made this season so good is the fact that when the Cougars are able to run the football, they take so much time off the clock, and this high-octane Paladuro offense would stay off the field.
Yeah, and that would frustrate this offense for Paladuro because they're based on big plays. They don't throw it downfield a whole lot. They will, but they throw a lot of screen passes, a lot of pop passes to the receiver coming across. They try to get their athletes into space to let them create the big plays. Cougars have to be good tackling tonight, too.
You sit there and you wonder what's at stake tonight and tomorrow night. Winner of this one gets the 1 seed. Loser is the 2 seed. Both have home games next week against El Paso schools. Lubbock Cooper's in the barn at 3-3. They are the 3rd place team.
Yes.
4th place is on the line all tomorrow night. Memorial takes on Legacy. You expect Memorial to win. If Memorial wins, they are the 4th seed. Wiley is at home for Plainview, and for the Bulldogs, they have to have some magic happen. They have to beat Plainview, and they have to have Legacy beat Memorial.
Yes.
Oddly enough, if Legacy beats Memorial and Plainview were to beat Wiley, you would have a log jam of teams at 2 and 4, and then you got to go figure that out at a truck stop somewhere.
I figured that out the other day. If it goes to that 4-way with those 4 teams, Memorial would still get the 4th playoff spot because of the positive points.
Okay.
Because right now they're in the house with 30 positive points by their win over Wiley and over Plainview. So they could only lose by 15, so that would put them at 15. Wiley has a loss. Well, yeah, Wiley lost to Memorial. They're down 15 there, and they beat Plainview. No, they're playing Plainview tomorrow night. And who else would Legacy? They beat Legacy.
So the only way Wiley gets in is for them to beat Plainview and Legacy to beat Memorial.
Yes,
there's one path.
That's the only path for Wiley. Last week's game with Wiley, when they lost to Lubbock Cooper, 42-35 was a battle there. Wiley was playing for 2nd or 5th. Had Wiley won that game, they could beat Plainview tomorrow night, and that would have sent the Cougars to 3rd place because by virtue of Wiley's win over the Cougars. But that didn't happen. Cooper and Paladuro now playing for the district title tonight. I look for the Cougars to come out ready to go. Paladuro really hasn't shown up here at the stadium yet. They warm up at their school, bus over, get on the field, ready to play. So we're waiting for them to make an appearance. But it's going to be a fun ball game tonight. Stay tuned with us. If you're watching on YouTube live on the AISD site, This is going to be a ball game for the ages. We'll go ahead and take a break right now with our pregame sponsor, Abilene. Stay cozy in the winter and cool in the summer with Quad C Heating and Cooling. Quad C Heating and Cooling delivers fast service, expert repairs, and full installations. Don't wait. Call Quad C Heating and Cooling today at 325-480-1404. We'll be right back with the Quad C Heating and Cooling pregame show.
You're listening to AISD Live, Abilene ISD's exclusive home for streaming live games and events. For more live events featuring your favorite AISD students and teams, stay tuned to AISDlive.org, follow us on the AISD Live Facebook page, or subscribe to our Abilene ISD YouTube channel. Visit the AISD Live website for sponsorship opportunity information. Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to build a solid future in AISD? The construction program at the Lift is a perfect place to start. You'll develop practical skills working with top-of-the-line equipment and learn the techniques employers are looking for. Plus, with expert instructors guiding you, you'll be ready to jump into the workforce or continue your education in construction. We are building foundations today for the students that shape tomorrow. Join the construction program at the Lift in AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to Dick Bivins Stadium in Amarillo. You're listening to the Quad C Heating and Cooling pregame show. No one would have guessed a year ago these two teams played at Shotwell Stadium. Winner goes to the playoffs, loser goes to basketball season. You flip that 365 days. Now it's winner gets the district title, loser gets second place in the district. Nobody's going home for basketball season yet. And then you even look at the flip in the district race. Lubbock Cooper will be finishing third in district. They have their next matchup is going to be on the road in El Paso, and then Wichita Falls Memorial would be headed to El Paso again with them. Both of those teams had home playoff games last year, so a lot of excitement going on right now. You know, look here. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, Paladoro's picked to come in fourth. Cooper's picked to come in fifth. Dave Campbell's picked Cooper not to make the playoffs and to be sitting at home, and now they're going to be one of the top two teams. In 65 years of varsity football, Cooper's only won 16 district championships. 1967, 69, 71, 79, 93, 97, 98, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2009, 2010, 2014 and 16, and most recently in 2020. Those were followed up by home playoff games. So what happened? The last game Cougars had was against Legacy, and senior running back Peyton Ewing carried the ball 10 times for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns, while sophomore receiver Zaylon Johnson had 2 receptions for touchdowns in leading the Cougars to the 53-24 win over Legacy at Shotwell Stadium 2 weeks ago. Cooper rushed that night for 292 yards and picked up 411 yards of total offense in the game. Cougars' rushing game has been phenomenal this year. The least amount of rushing yardage they've had in this year in a game was against Abilene High. No, I'm sorry. It was against Memorial. They had 32 yards rushing, or wrong column, 112 yards rushing against Abilene High. But then they went over 300 yards against Coronado, Memorial, Wiley, and Plainview. They had over 200 yards against Lubbock Cooper and Legacy. So they like to run the ball. Peyton Ewing's done a great job. Jaden Carrillo, you cannot say enough about the job he's done moving from slot receiver the last 2 years to quarterback this year. We've watched him mature. We've watched his game improve. He's done a tremendous job knowing when to get rid of the ball, when to keep it, buying time in the pocket, finding the open receiver. So Cooper's now put up 175 points in their last 3 games. That is an average of 58.3 points a game. And this team is averaging 47.9 points a game in district play, which is phenomenal. I mean, coming into this season back in August, our question marks for this team: offensive line, how would they be able to block? And quarterback, could Jaden Carrillo make the move to quarterback and run the offense efficiently? Well, both of those have been answered tremendously in the affirmative. This offensive line has gelled quickly. They do a tremendous job opening up holes for Peyton Ewing, for Markel Sims, for Jaden Carrillo, all to run with the ball. And then when they have to pass, Jaden Carrillo has time. He buys time sometimes. But Zaylen Johnson has just improved by leaps and bounds. Jace Johnson came out of nowhere to be a great wide receiver, catching the long, deep passes. And then you've got the guys in the slots. You bring in Maddox Caspel, Matthew Balventine, Donnie Wilkerson. Tremendous job that they've all done. Donnie Wilkerson came really out of nowhere to join the varsity after the injuries, and he has done a tremendous job, made some great key catches. Let's take a look at Paladuro's offense a little bit. They're led by Julian Reese, their junior quarterback. He's completed 131 of 194 with 2 interceptions on the season for 1,870 yards. The big number for him, he's completing 68% of his passes. He's an accurate passer, but like I said, they're not throwing the ball deep a lot. I look for them to throw it more deep tonight than they have all season, but they like to throw it and get their playmakers into space and let them take over from there. Running game is led by Raymond Johnson, number 0. He's got 81 carries for 662 yards. Amari James, 58 carries for 381 yards. And Julian Reese has 53 carries for 335 yards. That's much like the Cougars, Peyton Ewing, Markel Sims, and Jaden Carrillo. Receiving department, they're led by Darian Lewis. They're all everything guy. He's in his career at Paladuro, he's now a senior committed to North Carolina and Bill Belichick. He's played safety as a freshman. He played quarterback as a sophomore. And then the last 2 years, he's played safety, he's played receiver, he's played running back. They get him the ball as much as they can, and he's dangerous. He's hard to tackle and tough to bring down. So the Cougars have to be good tacklers tonight. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take our second break here in the pregame show. You're listening to the Quad City Heating and Cooling pregame show. We'll be right back.
VIP Sports Getaway is a proud sponsor of Abilene High and Cooper football broadcasts throughout the 2024 season. If you have a large group that you need to get to a church camp or take on a trip, call VIP Sports Getaway to help you get to where you need to go. Our modern bus and van fleet and experienced drivers will get you to your destination safely and comfortably. We also offer Dallas Cowboys game ticket packages, tailgates, and all-inclusive events. We also work with Abilene ISD to move teams, bands, spirit squads, fans, and other groups to games and competitions all over Texas. Call us at 676-1199 and let us treat you like a VIP.
Hey future creators, are you ready to dive into the exciting world of video production? AISD's Digital Communications program is where your journey starts.
Take 3, Mark.
You can design the next iconic promo, broadcast all the big games, and produce your own short films all at the Lift, where you'll get hands-on experience with the latest gear like cameras, sound mixers, lights, and more. Let your creativity shine. Start your journey in digital media with AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to the Quad City Heating and Cooling pregame show. We're at Dick Bivins Stadium in Amarillo, and tonight is championship night for District 2-5A, Division 2. What happens after tonight? The 4 teams from this district will take on teams from District 1, which happens to reside in El Paso, 444 miles from Abilene. Let's take a look at that district for a moment. They've got 3 teams. Like our district has some guys down at the bottom. They've got 3 teams tied at the top. They've got El Paso Del Valle, who the Cougars know well from last year with star quarterback Jake Fetty. Del Valle is in the house. They're 7-1 in district play. Andress is tied with them. Andress is 6-1, and El Paso Chapin is also 6-1. And in that district, Chapin beat Del Valle by 1. Del Valle beat Andress, and Andress smoked Chapin. And by that formula, if everybody wins tonight, Andress will be the 1, Del Valle the 2, Chapin the 3, and right now battling for 4th is Hanks and Canutillo. Looking who's playing tonight, Canutillo is playing Andress, so that'll be a stretch for Canutillo to win that one. Chapin's playing Hanks, who is battling for their playoff spot. Then El Paso High is playing Burgess, and Horizon is playing Jefferson. That's the battle for the bottom of that district. Both those teams 0-7 in district play. Looking at positive points, as I mentioned in the playoffs, Andress is at a +8, Del Valle at +6, and Chapin is -14. So, will we know who we're playing in the playoffs after tonight? No, we won't. That'll come after tomorrow night when the teams in El Paso match up, and that should be quite a ball game. Tonight will be the 7th time Cooper and Paladuro have met. One of those times was in the playoffs. The Cougars right now are 6-0 against Paladuro all time. They've had some really interesting ball games. Last year was a hard-fought battle in Abilene. Both those teams went after each other. It got a little physical. It got a little emotional. But the Cougars were able to prevail and win that one over Paladuro. Tonight, cooler heads have to prevail. Paladuro likes to talk. They like to get under your skin, try to get you to pick up some of those cheap penalties, but they're also real bad about picking those up themselves. So Cougars have to play with a calm head. Because this is a Thursday night game, the Cougars have a pep band instead of the awesome Cooper band here. The cheerleaders are not here. The Cougarettes are not here. They're going to miss those tonight. They've made a real difference. 3 weeks ago in Plainview, they really rocked the house in that game where the Cougars battled with Plainview. Cheerleaders are here. My mistake. But no Cougarettes and not the full band. So this is a big ball game tonight. Let's take a look at some of the Cougars' stats on offense. This is a team that we talked about rushing the ball. They've run the ball so far this season for 2,514 yards on 350 carries. That's an average of 7.2 yards a carry and 279.3 yards per game. They've run for 37 touchdowns as an offense. Passing the ball, they've been accounted for 1,413 yards. 157 yards a game comes through the air. They've thrown for 17 touchdowns. Total yards, the Cougars have 3,927 yards through 9 games with 36.3 yards per game. Cougars passing is 112 of 184, 4 interceptions for 61% completion. A key statistic for the Cougars is the turnover margin. They've done a tremendous job this year creating turnovers. They are a plus 10 in the turnover margin. That's huge. The thing they've got to keep down is the penalties. They've got 56 penalties for 488 yards. Their opponents have 40 penalties for 281 yards. So a 200-yard difference in penalty yardage. You can't afford to give up that stuff tonight. The defense has done a good job, too, for the Cougars. They've given up 1,024 yards on the ground on 251 carries. They've allowed 11 rushing touchdowns. They've given up 2,321 yards through the air and 22 passing touchdowns. So the total is 3,375 yards allowed for 375 yards per game. But the opponents have fumbled the ball 13 times. 10 times the Cougars have recovered. And the Cougars have 8 interceptions on the season. In the individual numbers, Peyton Ewing leads the Cougars in rushing, 107 carries, 895 yards. He's got 12 touchdowns and average at 8.4 yards a carry. Jaden Carrillo, 116 carries, 770 yards, 16 touchdowns, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. And Markel Sims, 64 carries, 570 yards, 6 touchdowns, 8.9 yards a carry. Taden Bender also 36 carries, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 5.4 yards a carry. Jaden Carrillo, as we said, through the air, 105 passes, completions, and 169 attempts for 4 interceptions for 1,340 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 62% completion percentage. And in the receiving department, the Cougars have Zaylon Johnson with 32 receptions, 460 yards. Jace Johnson has 25 catches for 350 yards. Peyton Ewing has 15 catches for 121 yards. The Cougars spread the ball around so much. They've got a plethora of people that have carried the ball so far this season. They just continue to rotate in, keep fresh people in the game, and just continue to chop away. I'll say it again, the Cougars have to be able to run the ball tonight. If they can run the ball, that keeps the Paladuro offense on the sideline, frustrates them, and then will force mistakes once they do get on the field. We're still 15 minutes away from kickoff. Let's go ahead and take another break. You're listening to the Quad C Heating and Cooling pregame show.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to Championship Night on AISD Live. Let's change that. Abilene ISD Live. There's two AISD Lives here tonight. But this one, Championship Night for the Cougars and the Dons. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups. First of all, for the Paladuro Dons offense, their offensive line, center will be number 56, Troy Robinson. He's a 6 foot, 250-pound junior. Left guard will be number 58, Gerondian Hobson, 5'10", 250-pound junior. Right guard is number 64, Eth Lay, a 5'10", 260-pound senior. The left tackle will be number 52, Shalom Gonzalez, 6'1", 255-pound senior. And the right tackle, number 60, Aaron Pineda, a 5'10", 240-pound senior. Their quarterback will be number 1, Julian Reese. They call him Deuce because he's Julian Reese II, 6'3", 185 pounds, and a junior. He's thrown for completed 131 of 194 with 2 interceptions for 1,870 yards on the season. Running back will be number 0, Raymond Johnson, 5'10", 180-pound junior. When he needs a breather, they'll send in number 23, Amaria James. He's 5'7", 195 pounds, and a senior. Their tight end will be number 8, Kamari Rayford, a 6'2", 255-pound sophomore. The receiving corps, they're a deadly group. Number 2, Daniel Moses, 6'1", 175 pounds, and a senior. Number 3, Eric Mims Jr., 6'1", 175 pounds, and a junior. Number 10, Kyron Brown, 6'2", 185 pounds, and a junior. And then they're all everything. Number 22, Darian Lewis. He's 6'1", 210 pounds, and a junior. Here's Jimmy with the Cougar defense.
All right, Rick, it's going to look like this. On the nose for the Cougars, number 90, Israel Masawema, 230 and a senior. The end, his brother Isaac Masawema, 16, 180 and a senior. And then Dyson Davis, the do everything end, is 21, 245 and a senior. Dot, Jamarian Dunson plays the drop end. He's 180 and a junior. Linebacking core, Lafayette Bati, 22 to the strong side, 175 and a sophomore. Bo Byrne in the middle tonight, 44, 200-pound junior. And Cannon Adams on the weak side. He had a big ball game 2 weeks ago. Number 40, 190 and a senior. The corners, Demarion Murray, number 8, Man, 160 and a junior, along with A.J. Rico, number 10, 165 and a junior. And the safeties, Kamari Titus is number 1, 160 and a senior. And Jacob Bynum's number 5, 175 and a senior.
Take a look at the Paladuro defense. Defensive end, number 55, Bentley Smith. He's 6'2", 240 pounds, and a sophomore. Their nose tackle will be number 7, Atik Rama, 6'2", 235-pound senior. The other defensive end will be number 8, Kamari Rayford, a 6'2", 255-pound sophomore. Linebacking core, number 34, Zachary Linton. He's 6'1", 220 pounds, and a junior. Number 24, Kamaje Barnes, 5'9", 200-pound senior. Number 5, Danquel Ashley, 6'2", 166 pounds, and a junior. And number 33, Keenan Posey, 6 foot, 185 pounds, and a junior. On the corners, number 13, Vern Blair. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds, and a senior. And number 12, McCoy Sims, 6 foot, 65 pounds, and a junior. Safeties, number 4, Demarion Harris, 5'8", 175 pounds, senior. And number 22, Darian Lewis, 6'1", 210 pounds, and a senior.
You got to try to run Demarion Murray off the ball tonight. That's the one thing that Cooper needs to be able to do. Here's the Cooper offense. The centers, Smiley Martinez, 78, 260 and a junior. The guards on the left side, Caden Bryan, Big K, is 320 and a senior. On the right side, Jaden Flores, 62, 270 and a senior. The tackles on the left side is Isaiah Batabo, 64, 250 and a senior. And on the right side, Marcus Andrade, 68, 260 and a senior. Andrade, Flores, and a Big K are your returning starters. Jake Carrillo starts at quarterback tonight, number 3, the 170-pound senior. He has thrown for 1,340. He's run for 770. In the backfield with him is going to be Peyton Ewing, number 25, 185 and a senior. Peyton has run for right under 900 yards. He's at 896 coming into tonight. May get to 1,000 yards in this ball game. The receiving core, number 2, Zaylon Johnson, is a sophomore. Number 9, Tayden Bender, is a sophomore as well. Jace Johnson, number 11, is a junior. And then Maddox Caspel, the senior, is number 13.
You know, Jimmy, everybody you've talked to, nobody's given the Cougars a chance tonight. I kind of like that.
I think that one of the things that people have seen is they've seen how prolific Paladuro's offense has been. However, so have the Cougars. I mean, they have been so prolific, especially in the district season. Cooper comes at you with more of a balanced attack than what Paladuro is going to come at you with. Paladuro is going to try and throw the ball everywhere. Cooper's going to try to, take a little bit of air out of the ball probably tonight and try to run the football.
Yeah, and like we've said here in the pregame, if Cooper can run the ball, that keeps Paladuro's offense on the sidelines. That plays big into the Cougars' hands. Another thing, Paladuro, as you heard when we were giving the starting lineups, they play a lot of guys both ways. If they're going to do that, the Cougars have to make those guys play. I mean, you run some receivers deep. You make Darian Lewis run his tail off tonight. You run him, you run him, you run him. He gets on offense, you got to run him, you got to hit him. You've got to make Deuce Reese uncomfortable in the pocket, too.
I'm fascinated at the fact that Paladuro has not been out on the field.
Yeah, I am, too.
I mean, that floors me. I've not seen, as you were talking about, that they go and they warm up at school, and I just have never noticed that before. Here comes Case and Rosario on the scooter.
You know, in all the years we've done football, I can only think of this one time happening before, and that was when we went to Weatherford that year. And they warmed up on the baseball field just outside of the stadium.
Right.
And then walked over when it was time to play. Paladuro has not made it onto the field yet.
Yeah, I was trying to say, if you told me they weren't even here yet, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, their kicker has been out kicking.
Yeah, we've seen that. It's a windy night here in Amarillo as well. That's going to play into this ball game a little bit. Wind is a cross breeze. It is coming our direction. Time for the national anthem. We're going to take our timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to Dick Bivins Stadium. We are just moments away from our kickoff, about 6 minutes before the opening kickoff. Our national anthem played by the Paladuro Band. Color Guard be making their way off the field. Both teams have not yet emerged from their locker rooms. Cougars are outside their door, ready to come down. We'll have school songs next. Cougar captains making their way down the ramp. Cougars tonight will be in their red pants, white jerseys, red numerals, blue Cougar helmets. Paladuro will be in black pants, navy jerseys with black numbers. Right now it's 66 degrees and mostly clear. Feels like 62.
Yeah, I started to say it's 66 and getting cooler.
Winds at 6 miles an hour. Humidity 27%. Dew point is 31%. It's going to get cool tonight, but not supposed to get really bad. It should be a great night for football. The fans here in the stands on this side are going to be a little chilly if this east wind continues to blow. So we're going to be getting down into the lower 50s. About 10 o'clock, it'll be 51. So this will be a good night for some football. Good night if you're in the stands for some hot chocolate or Frito pie. Beautiful venue. They remodeled Dick Bivins a few years ago and really did a great job on the press box and the stadium. It's a great facility. To BCHS playing.
I like the alma mater. You need to hear it right there. Captains are on the field.
Cougar captains will be Dyson Davis, Caden Bryan, Jaden Carrillo, and Cannon Adams for the Cougars. Paladuro still doesn't have any captains.
That's because they're not here, Rick. They're not here.
They're starting to make their way down the ramp.
That's the strangest thing.
Yeah. Bit of showmanship, I guess you'd say.
Or just tradition, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know how far Paladuro is from here. But I think we saw last year in the game in Abilene a lot of trick plays out of Paladuro.
Yeah.
I think anything is game tonight. I think they're going to pull out all the stops trying to get the cheap, quick, easy touchdown if they can.
Well, you say that, and then I think also one of the things that you might be looking at is a fairly conventional game. And the reason I say that is because you're locked into the playoffs. I know that Paladuro, and I know Cooper as well, want to win the district championship. But I don't know what you show somebody else on film.
Yeah.
Because you very well could be 2 weeks from either Colleyville Heritage or Argyle.
Yeah, that's true. Paladuro captains are making their way now.
Yeah, this could be a hard night to call numbers.
This will be a really hard night with blue jerseys, black numbers.
There's a lot of talk from a couple of years ago that was going to be made illegal, and
Yeah.
that didn't obviously work. So
I think they've got a white outline to them, and so that probably makes it legal, but it doesn't make it easier to see.
you know what would make it easier to see? White numbers.
White numbers. I believe Darian Lewis is one of the captains.
Yeah, Lewis is the one you got to focus on tonight. He's the one that you have to stop.
Marion Harris, number 24. Kamaje Barnes, number 5. Danqual Ashley, and number 52, it's not Darian Lewis, Shalom Gonzalez. 4 captains for Paladuro.
Do you know what Don is?
What?
I'm asking you, do you know what Don is?
Nope.
I always thought it was a priest, but I'm looking at like a swashbuckler down there.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because University of San Francisco are the Dons, and it was like a Spanish, almost like it was a priest. I mean, from the mission era. But that guy, he's holding the sword.
Referee calls the captains together, have the coin toss.
Cougs last week actually lost a toss for one of the few times this season.
Cougars have won the toss.
And they'll defer. Cougs will defer this, and so Paladuro will take the ball first, and they will move from our north to our south. We're ready to go, Rick. This is for the district title.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun one. I think for these players, really on both sides, ride the wave. Don't get too high on the highs. Don't get too low on the lows. Play your game. And just let your talent play out.
The Cougars about to have their 19th consecutive playoff appearance.
Wow.
Which, we were talking about last week. There is not a player alive on the Cooper team that remembers them not being in the playoffs. There was not anybody that was alive when they last did not go. My blue removed glasses or whatever these things are, they don't do anything for that light. And the Cougars come out on the field.
Dick Bivins has the LED lights that flash and go off and come back on.
Oh, they come on just to the blue.
Yeah. Kind of like a basketball game entrance.
Yeah. Well, this is I like it. I mean, it's weird.
It's really neat.
And so the Dons will take the field. Paladuro 8-1 on the season, 5-0 in district. As a matter of fact, Paladuro lost their first game of the season to Tascosa. They have not lost since. They lost by 10 to Tascosa.
Yeah, 10-0 in that game. And they came back and they've just run the table and done a great job. Here come the Dons, led by Coach Eric Mims, who is a Paladuro graduate.
Don, yeah.
Went away, was an assistant coach at Duncanville.
He was, that's right.
Got called back here to come home, and he came home, and his 4th year, I believe, here at Palo Duro, and he is turning the program around. He's done it with young players. They've taken their lumps. Those players have grown in talent. They've grown in maturity. They've grown physically. You know, you look at Darian Lewis, who now is 6'1", 210 pounds. That's 4 years of growth, and he's been in the program. He knows it like the back of his hand. So
the thing I see about this game tonight, Rick, and Scott Stewart and I had a little bit of a conversation on this. Aaron Rohn told us this in our interview last week. You know, you've got to stop the big plays from happening.
Yeah. Cannot give up the cheap touchdown. Because if you allow Palo Duro to do that, they're going to feed on that, and it's going to become like a tidal wave. So you want to make them drive the field. Somewhere in there, they'll create a penalty. They'll create a turnover. So this one's going to be fun tonight. It's championship night in Amarillo. You know, I was looking at some of the media around Amarillo, and, you know, people are already calling them the district champs, and they are at worst a co-champ. But I would think until this game is over, don't wear that title too much, because you want your kids to come out tonight and earn this.
Well, and here's the other thing. PD is in some rarefied air.
Yeah.
Cooper has won district championships. Palo Duro, that has not been their MO through the years. And we will see what happens when the first person gets hit pretty hard tonight.
Yeah. Raymond Johnson will go deep for Palo Duro, along with Kyron Brown, number 10. Johnson will be at the top of your screen. Brown will be nearest to us.
Daniel Asamani to kick things off for the Cougs. Check that. Everybody's going to kick off tonight.
Wow.
Cougs going with the two-kicker approach, righty-lefty. And it's a rare. He starts with an onside. Ball is loose. And I think Palo Duro fell on it because they knocked him backwards to about the 32-yard line.
Jonathan Rico with the kickoff.
Wow, how about that? Cooper pulling one out of the hat to start the game off.
They're going to set him on the 36-yard line.
1st and 10, Palo Duro. Right on top of the 35, actually.
Okay.
So that means we will see Julian Reese, the quarterback, number 1. Reese has rushed, or has completed 131 of 194 for 1,870 yards, 19 touchdowns to only 2 picks on the year. And he's got a first down at the 35-yard line. Reese rolls out on first down, being chased, throws, gets hit as he lets go. The ball has a man pass caught, and that's going to be a touchdown on the first play.
Daniel Moses with the catch.
Moses with the catch and the touchdown. That did not take long.
No, and that's what we were talking about with the deep passes tonight. You just can't allow that. Palo Duro quickly scores to take the early 6-0 lead. Reese has got a cannon for an arm, and Daniel Moses just outran the Cougar secondary. So Palo Duro sets up in the swinging gate extra point formation.
Their kicker is Luis Fuentes Navarrete.
So 15 seconds in, Palo Duro with the lead.
Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. We're 15 seconds in. Palo Duro 7, Cougars nothing here on AISD Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Well, Palo Duro strikes first 15 seconds into the game. Cooper tried an onside kick, and then Julian Reese goes right over the top to Daniel Moses, 65 yards on one play. 15 seconds.
Well, and we knew Palo Duro was going to challenge the Cougar secondary because of the struggles they've had this year, but that one right out of the gate, you're going to have to put pressure on Reese to avoid that happening. We're going to see that play again and again tonight.
Well, and the Cougars actually touched up Reese a little bit as he let go of the ball.
Now ready to kick off.
Kick is high and deep, and it's going to come down 4 yards deep to Zaylen Johnson. He's going to bring it out to the 5, the 10. He's got a hole 15, 20, 25 to the 30. Johnson still on his feet, and he brings it out to the 35-yard line. Good return by Zaylen Johnson. I think I'm looking to see, one has him at the 35, one has him at the 34. I think the 35 is going to win out here, Rick.
One that had him on the 35, it was on their side of the field.
And we've got a procedure penalty against PD. They'll take the ball to the 40.
Should.
So Cooper with good field position there on 40-yard line. Yard line, first down. Carrillo starts at quarterback.
Got Bender and Ewing in the backfield.
Yep. Bender in the high blue, high tops looking, or spats. On first down, this will be Peyton Ewing. Breaks
Bender.
One tackle.
It's Bender.
There it is, Bender, you're right, sorry. Gets good yardage to the 45. We go to the 45 of Paladuro.
15 yards on the carry, Peyton Bender. Off tackle.
It is Ewing in the big blue spats there.
Paladuro right up in Jace Johnson's face.
First down, here comes Ewing this time, and Peyton Ewing crosses the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Somebody lost a hat.
So it's inside the 39, Rick.
38
so
officially then. Gain of 7.
Second down.
Paladuro corner is offsides.
Yeah, he is offsides.
Now he backs up a little bit.
Second down, 3. Snap was low. Carrillo picks it up. His first pass of the night. Jaden dances around, looks, throws. And the pass is, I think, intercepted. It is. Intercepted at the 39-yard line.
Who got that?
It's a fight for the football.
Who got that? Was that
It's 12 McCoy Sims, I believe. Look right here on the replay. Looking out here in the flag, out is McCoy Sims. So now then, 10:53 to play in the first quarter. Cougs have turned the ball over. Paladuro back to the attack. Again, like I said, not the start you wanted here.
Not at all. Cougars moving the ball and have the interception. Well, goes as an interception. Wasn't really.
Yeah, it was just taken away from Zaylen Johnson.
Yeah. Dyson Davis standing up as defensive end here.
Raymond Johnson stands in the backfield, and the quarterback slips and falls back down at the 32. So it's a loss of 7. We'll make it 2nd and 17.
Good pressure by the Cougars all around Reese. Moses calling Darian Lewis to come over to the left side.
Here comes the little shovel pass. The skip back by Darian Lewis, and Lewis gets to the, see where they spot him, the 42. So he gets 10 yards back. So he gets the -7 and gets 3 more. So bring it 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Dons.
Third down, 7. Reese. From the 42-yard line, takes the snap, drops back. Here comes Dyson Davis, missed him. Runs, throws, has a man pass caught. Spin move by Brown. Kyron Brown has running room and gets inside the Cougar 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Big gain on the play.
Gain of 31. Good pressure on Reese, but got it over the pressure into an open Kyron Brown.
Now Dyson blew his man up there on the edge. Cougs have to have a defensive stop here. Here comes Reese. He wants to run. He rolls to the left side. He can't. Oh, the ball's loose. Good job. Cougs are on it. After the fumble, good strip right there. I believe that was man-man, Marion Murray.
Got a flag now.
Murray's the one that's ripped the ball out.
So the ball's on the 33.
Yep. See what the flag is. It's after the play. Lafayette Bati gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, so the Cougs will retain possession. The 9:29 mark of the first quarter, trailing 7-0.
Move the ball back to the 18.
I believe so. 17. Somewhere in there, Rick, they can't set the sticks. They're now at the 19.
18.
18, there we go. Well, the Cougs had to have a big play, and they got it there. Man got the strip of it.
Where the official wasn't through his flag, there wasn't a Cougar around him.
Ewing on first down, tries to come to the right edge, and he gets tripped up, lost a yard on the play. Ewing's back down to about the 17. He'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Bender checks back in.
Chase Johnson will come wide to the left side on 2nd down. Zaylen Johnson out into the boundary, top of the screen here on AISD Live.
They've got double coverage out here on Jace Johnson.
And Max Caspel comes as well to the left slot. Snap is back, handoff. Ewing not much there.
Gets to the 20.
So I say I'll give him the 20, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Cougs need to settle down a little bit. 8:40 to play in the first quarter.
Got to pick up this first down. Paladuro making wholesale changes.
So on 3rd down, Cougs will go to 4 in the formation. Paladuro trying to run Raymond Johnson on really fast. They get him on 3rd down. Carrillo now 5 in the formation, takes the snap, 3-step drop, running for his life, looks down the field. He's going to have to keep it. Carrillo wills his way close to the 1st down. Boy, Rick, Jaden Carrillo took a hit at about the 25.
Yeah, he did.
And moved a man to the 30. So that is 1st down yardage for the Cougs.
Great play by Carrillo.
They'll spot him officially at the 29. I forget I hate to say the Amarillo rules, but every time you say 1 yard line, you're going to be set back a yard back.
Yep. So the Cougars with the 1st down. Kind of settling the pace down.
Yeah, no doubt. 1st down, Carrillo hands it off. Ewing. No running room here for Peyton. And he is thrown out of bounds. Give him a yard to the 30.
They're going to mark him back to the
I thought we were going
29.
I thought we were going to see a flag because Peyton got tackled out of bounds.
No gain on
2nd and 10. Well, I think Paladuro's coming out tonight saying you're going to have to throw the ball to beat us. Caspel into the slot here on the left side. Snap comes back. Jaden throwing long, looking for Zaylen Johnson. It's incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down.
Zaylen kind of pulled up on that route. He's got to keep running to run under it. It'll be 3rd and 10 now. Carrillo 0 for 2. Julian Reese checks into the game.
7-0, Paladuro just 4 minutes into the ball game. They scored on the first play from scrimmage. Eric Mims, senior, dialed up a deep ball. So now on 3rd down, here comes Caspell in motion. Snap is back. Carrillo under a blitz. Carrillo's got running room. He gets a block downfield. He's got another 1st down. We got a nice block downfield by Matthew Balventine.
Yeah.
And he picks up the 1st down out to the 43-yard line.
Cougars no yards passing, but so far 7 carries for 47 yards on the ground. 7:44 remaining in the 1st quarter.
And when Paladuro sells out to that blitz package, you're going to have some running room if you don't set the edge. Bender back in the backfield again with Ewing. Comes Payton again. This time he's got running room midfield. Oh, and he just got tripped up. He's close to another 1st down. He's close to the 47.
Should be a 1st down.
Yep, that'll be the 6. Best run of the night for Peyton Ewing. Markel Sims will check in. Chase Johnson and Zaylen Johnson. If you're named Johnson, you're on the left side. Right here, that's the wide side of the field. Ball's at the right, hash at the 47. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to throw on the slant. He's got Jason. Jace dropped it. Jace had some running room, and he dropped the pass.
He had a lot of running room if he catches that one. Markel Sims will go out. Maddox Caspell will come back in.
Jace's going to shake his head about that one.
Yeah. Runs the post and is open.
Cougs now will send trips to the left side. Ball still in the right hash. Bender is on the right side, the tight end spot. 2nd down, 10. Caspell starts in motion, comes back this way. Here's the handoff. Ewing runs into a man and moves him forward to the 40. I think, Rick, you're talking about 2-down territory here for the Cougs.
I agree. 3rd and 3. If you continue to pound away at them with the run, they're going to have to go back up in some of their coverage to give Cougars somewhere to throw the ball. They're playing a lot of press coverage right now.
It's 3rd down, 6:35 to play in the 1st quarter, 7-0. Paladuro, the Cougs on the drive though. Snap comes back to Carrillo. He hands it off. Bender, nothing doing for Tayden. He's stopped, and he may have lost a half yard there.
Back to the 41.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 4. I agree with you. I think, well, it's inside the 41. We'll call it the 40.
You have to have the 37. This might be the just a quick kick by Carrillo. They bring Donnie Wilkerson in to play one slot. Cougs are going to put 5 in the formation, however, though. So you got to think that they're probably going for it here, Rick.
Yep.
Snap comes back. Carrillo stands in the pocket. Now he's flushed. Carrillo looks, throws, and the pass batted down, incomplete. So the ball will be turned over on downs.
It's intended for Maddox Caspell.
So 5:29. The Cougs ran 4 minutes off the clock right there, and Paladuro has the ball back.
I thought Carrillo might take it and run after he got around the corner. Had a little bit of room. One of the coaches is all over Kamari Rayford on the sideline.
So Paladuro starts at their own 41-yard line. On 1st down. Here's the handoff, splitting the defense. Oh, and just getting tripped up is going to be Raymond Johnson. He gets to Cooper 45, however.
Gain of 15 in a hurry for Johnson.
PD now. They'll hand it to Johnson again, and Johnson will not get away from Dyson Davis. He'll drop him on the spot, 2nd and 10. We give him actually a half yard, 2nd and 9 at the 46. Second down, 9, 44-yard line of the Cougars. Ball was on the ground there for a second, and Israel Masuema is going to clean that one up. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Cougars came out of there with the
Cougars
ball.
say they have the ball, yeah. Well,
The refs, officials are talking about it.
Cannon Adams came off the bottom of the pile with the football. Wow. Progress was stopped, they say.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Well, that was Batig. They came up with the ball.
3rd and 13
Cannon.
now. I think that's probably the right call, too.
Well, part of the problem with that is a lot of times you don't see that progress whistle being blown very early. 3rd down, 13. Snap comes back. Here comes the Cooper pressure. Now then it's Reese rolling to the left. There's a flag. That's a hold. Reese is not going to get to the marker. As a matter of fact, he's going to maybe just get a yard. That hold was all the way back at the 44-yard line.
Where did they mark him down?
At the 46.
Because I don't see the ball spotted anywhere. 49.
So now that Paladuro content to play the field position game, they will punt it away.
And in the punt will be number 6, Noah Ferragosa. Ferragosa is sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Who's deep for the Cougs there?
I think it's Zaylon Johnson.
Snap is back. Punt is away. High end over end kick. Bounces at the 15 and will be downed right there. So Cougars hold on defense, and with 3:54 to play in the first quarter, and they trail 7-0. They have the football.
Zaylon Johnson was back, did a good job staying away from it. 33-yard punt for Ferragosa.
Cougars now, I guess, officially Rick the 16.
Yes. Jared Clancy will come in at tight end. Peyton Ewing and Taden Bender in the backfield for the Cougars.
So on first down, Carrillo takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Ewing. Boy, it is just tough sledding in here tonight. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. The good news about the Cougars right now, though, Rick, is that they are keeping that Paladuro offense off the field.
Yes, absolutely.
Paladuro showed us with one play how quickly they can strike. That was the first play.
Paladuro's defensive end on the far side. I think that's Danquil Ashley, number 5, lined up way outside, and his whole move was inside to the hole where Ewing was running.
Second down, Cougs will go trips to the right side. Snap comes back, Carrillo takes it, stands in, throws. This one's going to be picked off. This one's going to be, could almost a pick 6. Boy, Carrillo threw that right into the arms. We got a Cougar down.
Any idea who it was? Number 4.
It's 4 right there, yeah. I think it's Ewing that's down. I'm not positive of that. It is Ewing. It's going to be that shoulder again, Rick. Peyton Ewing made a dive at him, and you know he's had shoulder problems all year. So Carrillo now has thrown 2 interceptions here in the first 8 minutes of the ball game. And Paladuro set up at the Cooper 3-yard line.
Actually, it's the 2. I'm sorry.
I think you will see a dose of Raymond Johnson here from the 2-yard line. Snap is back. Here comes Johnson. He's tripped up. As the line of scrimmage and nothing else, it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain for Johnson.
Johnson stays in the backfield with Reese. On 2nd down. Johnson again. This time he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Flag on the play, Jimmy.
Johnson will carry into the end zone. There is a flag on the play.
Flag is in the end zone.
Well, down here on the right side.
Oh, there's 2 flags.
Yeah. Where Chris Asir was lined up on the receiver. May have had a hold.
Well, it's on both sides. There's one at the near side 5 and the far side end zone. Illegal formation against Paladuro.
Sideline warning.
All right, so I'll take the ball back to the 7. Boy, if you come out of this with a field goal, you're having a big ball game right here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. 2nd and goal from the 7.
They break the huddle fast again, Reese. With Johnson in the backfield with him. Now he has the shift over the tight end. Snap is back. Reese rolling, looking, trying to outrun everybody at the edge. He does, gets inside the 5, and he hurdles. He's in. Touchdown. Wow, nice run by Julian Reese. And it's 13-0.
Reese flips into the end zone. Tyson Davis was being held, and they turn loose right in front of the official. Luis Fuentes Navarrete on for the extra point.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is a line drive, but it's through. And so now with 2:34 to play in the first quarter, it's 14-0 Paladuro here on AISD Live.
You're listening to AISD Live, Abilene ISD's exclusive home for streaming live games and events. For more live events featuring your favorite AISD students and teams, stay tuned to AISDlive.org, follow us on the AISD Live Facebook page, or subscribe to our Abilene ISD YouTube channel. Visit the AISD Live website for sponsorship opportunity information. Enjoy the game. Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Dons go 2 plays, 2 yards in 34 seconds after the interception. Julian Reese, a 7-yard run, makes it 14-0. And Rick, the Cougs are in trouble here on the road.
Yeah, they are. They've got to settle down. Still not sharp right now. They've got to get that figured out, get the offense moving.
Well, and Carrillo, who's been the bell cow all year, he's got to be the one to lead that. Kickoff is going to come down. Oh, it bounces at the 1. You got to pick that up. Zion Johnson finally gets it at the 2. To the 5. There are flags down. He got face mask. And Zion Johnson's going to go down about the 3-yard line. Boy, his head almost came off on that one. So that's at least going to give the Cougars the ball at the 18.
Zion Johnson on the return for the Cougars. Tackle by several. Paladuro Don's going to get first and 10.
He was running one direction. All of a sudden, his head went the other way. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the Cougars now, it goes from bad to worse. Here's the replay. They'll have the ball at the 2 to start this drive.
Cougars ball, 1st and 10 on the 2-yard line.
So from the 2.
I'd like to see that replay.
Well, Johnson slipped to kind of accentuate the point there. But you got to get out of this hole now. Snap comes back. Carrillo on 1st down is going to run it out of the end zone himself. Gets across the 5 to the 6. Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down and 6.
Paladuro blitzing all the gaps that time, trying to get the Cougars in the end zone. Carrillo did a good job getting out.
Well, he did exactly what he had to do.
2nd and 6.
Is it Bender and Sims?
Can't tell for sure if it's Sims or Ewing.
Snap is back. Handoff. Nothing doing.
Bender with the carry. No gain. Be 3rd and 6 now from the 6.
It is Bender and Sims.
Okay.
So now 3rd down.
Still looking at Ewing's shoulder over on the sideline.
Snap is back. Handoff. Bender. Bender across the 10 out to the 13. That's a big 1st down right there. Tatum Bender bailed the Cougs out right there, Rick.
Yes, huge 1st down.
Yeah, you couldn't punt from behind the goal. Under a minute, because also, the wind is not a huge factor. It's a crosswind actually blowing.
East to west wind. Dyson Davis goes out.
Cougars trail 14-0. They need some sort of production here. Carrillo's got to forget about the 2 interceptions, Rick. He's got to kind of hop back on the horse here.
Cougars are going to call timeout.
Cougars use their first timeout, 25 seconds to go. We will thank our sponsors here on AISD Live. I'll let you go.
All right. I want to thank Great Lakes Cheese. We're proud to support local high school sports. Great Lakes Cheese is not just a company. We're an employee-owned family. The people you see coaching, cheering, and playing on these fields are the same folks you'll find working side by side with us every day. We love this community as much as we love our cheese, and we're honored to give back to the young athletes who represent the future of Abilene. Whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or here at Great Lakes Cheese, teamwork and dedication are what drives success. Thank you for letting us be a part of your journey from our family at Great Lakes Cheese to yours. Let's keep supporting our kids, our schools, our hometown pride. VIP Sports Getaway is proud sponsor of Cooper and Abilene High football broadcast through the 2025 season. We'll finish this after this play. Cougars come out. 1st and 10 from the 13. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Well, they ran it back to 30.
And it's just Markel Sims in the backfield now. Like I said, that Bender bailed him out and got the 1st down.
Yeah, he's at the H-back position now.
On 1st down, Carrillo takes a snap. Here comes Markel. Markel, not much doing there. May have lost. Nah, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. That should be the last play of the 1st quarter.
Caspell checks back in. Bender will go out.
It's kind of interesting, Rick, because you look at Peyton Ewing. I'm not sure what you want to do with him this game. If that shoulder is out, this game, it'd be nice to win it. But this game doesn't matter. You start next week playing for win or go home. Come to the end of the 1st quarter, our score. Paladuro 14, Cooper nothing here on AISD Live.
VIP Sports Getaway is a proud sponsor of Abilene High and Cooper football broadcasts throughout the 2024 season. If you have a large group that you need to get to a church camp or take on a trip, call VIP Sports Getaway to help you get to where you need to go. Our modern bus and van fleet and experienced drivers will get you to your destination safely and comfortably. We also offer Dallas Cowboys game ticket packages, tailgates, and all-inclusive events. We also work with Abilene ISD to move teams, bands, spirit squads, fans, and other groups to games and competitions all over Texas. Call us at 676-1199 and let us treat you like a VIP.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Second quarter ready to start here for Dick Bivins in Amarillo. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Casey, and Truman Young. Right there, I said with my squeaky voice. I appreciate everybody messaging in saying, you know, how sick are you? I just lost my voice. I'm sorry. Stay with me. I couldn't miss the game. That's the bottom line.
2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Yeah, non-contagious. Truman had to make me like test for things before we got in the car, and here we are. 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars. Line of scrimmage is indeed the 13. Snap comes back to Carrillo. Carrillo being chased. Carrillo is sacked. He is just across the goal line. It is not a safety. Carrillo got back somehow to about the half-yard line. Jaden Carrillo does not get sacked often, but he went down then.
Loss of 12. Paladuro, really a good defensive game plan. They're going tight man coverage on the receivers and saying the rest of our guys can get to you before one of these guys can get away from us.
They have built everything around team speed.
Yes.
Everything. And they're saying, we are faster than you. And that they're getting through on that blitz package. They're doing everything.
3rd and 22 for the Cougars.
So 3rd down. Carrillo deep in his end zone. Cougars need the 24 for a 1st down.
Got a flag on the play. Delay a game.
Well, you can't move them back any farther. That's like a penalty for how do you stat that? Penalty for an inch.
I did it for 0 yards because it's 0 yards.
The backside nose of the football is on the goal line.
That should be a safety. So the ball is breaking the plane.
So 3rd down. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to try and run out of this. He fumbled. And who got on it?
Paladuro, I believe.
I think Paladuro. Well, they're not.
Yeah, Paladuro's coming off, and their offense will go on.
Wow. Wow. So Carrillo has his 3rd turnover. And it's 1st and goal for Paladuro at the Cooper 3-yard line.
Cougars in danger here.
Cougs trail 14-0, and Paladuro's at their 3-yard line.
Marie James comes into the backfield for the Dons.
He's there with Reese. Now he's out of the backfield. It's Reese by himself. Now he comes back across in motion. Reese takes his snap, stands in, looks, throws underneath, has a man pass, caught, touchdown.
Daniel Moses with the catch.
Daniel Moses has his 2nd touchdown. 3 yards this time.
Wow, 20-0 with 10:32 remaining in the half.
Well, this was not what we expected at all.
Not
Rick.
at all. Not at all. On the bright side, it is still early, but the Cougars have got to turn things around now.
Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So our new score here with 10:32 to play in the 1st half. Paladuro leads the Cougars by a score 21-0 here on AISD Live.
Hey, future creators, are you ready to dive into the exciting world of video production? AISD's digital communications program is where your journey starts.
Take 3 mark.
You can design the next iconic promo, broadcast all the big games, and produce your own short films all at the Lift, where you'll get hands-on experience with the latest gear like cameras, sound mixers, lights, and more. Let your creativity shine. Start your journey in digital media with AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Donsko one play 3 yards in 6 seconds. Daniel Moses has his second touchdown, 3-yard pass from Julian Reese. Point after has made it 21-0. And Rick, it could not have started worse for the Cougs.
No, it really couldn't. And now it's like Paladuro has gotten into their heads.
You gotta have some sort of, now, you always have to think, how do you build this back?
Yeah.
Well, you have to score a touchdown. It takes up a long drive. You have to maybe hold, see if you can score just before the half. If not, remember you have the ball to start the second half.
A.J. Rico and Chris Asir deep for the Cougars this time.
Is Rico at the top?
No, near us.
Okay, so this is Rico with the football, the 10, 15, 20. He's got a hole, a spin, 25, and he gets out to the 28-yard line. So the Cougars have the football 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. In fact, they'll spot him back at the 28 just to show me.
Now, like a good cornerback, you got to have a short memory if you're the Cougar offense. Go to work right here and grind it out down the field, get a touchdown to kind of turn back the tide. Right now, Paladuro thinks they can dominate you, and they are.
So on 1st down, Donnie Wilkerson comes into the near slot. Carrillo takes the snap, drops back, wants to throw, looks underneath. He's got Bender at the 35. Bender gets to the 37, so he gains 9.
Peyton Ewing back in the backfield for the Cougars on that play. 2nd and 1. Cougars trail 21-0. 10 minutes remaining in the opening half.
2nd down and a yard. Snap comes back and the handoff. And to the 41-yard line.
Peyton Ewing
is Ewing. Wow. Man, he is a gamer.
He is. Tough kid.
First down, 41-yard line. Ewing stays in the backfield. I wish people, you see Peyton just, my mother would have called him rambunctious the way he runs. So he has the call and the carry here, and he gets to the 48. I wish people could see him in the classroom. I have him in my AP English class. He is a wonderful, wonderful student and is just calm as can be, very thoughtful, very academic. Stays after class to chat most days, just to ask a question, just to clarify, Mr. Pogue, just to clarify.
7 yards on the carry from Peyton Ewing. Makes it 2nd and 3. And I love that you get to see that side of these kids.
2nd down. Carrillo takes the snap, hands it off. And that's going to be Bender. Bender is doing a good job of carrying the load. He gets to the 45 of PD.
I like the attack of this drive. You don't have to have a 60-yard play.
Snap comes back. Here comes Bender again. Bender got through the first wave and then gets dragged down.
Gets to the 43. Gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8. We got a flag on the play.
Face mask. That's going to help. That should take the ball to about the 28-yard line. Look at me mathing. You can take the voice away from the boy, but you can't take the boy away from math. Write that down, Ashley West. That was a good one. Math will not silence his voice. 8:12 to play in the half. Cougs trying to claw their way back into it. Carrillo steps into the second level here, and he's inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line.
Marking the 18 10-yard gain and a first down for the Cougars.
I'll tell all my, Rick, for you and me, maybe Truman was in, we just don't know. For all of our Kappa brothers.
Yes.
We had a nice visit with Tracy Ward before the game. He's an assistant principal here at PD. Heck of a basketball player in those Kappa intramural days. I was not. I love basketball, Truman, like no other, but was I a good player? No.
Shoot the three.
Can't play defense. I cannot play defense. I can shoot it, though. Here comes Ewing again, and Ewing bangs his way down.
Get a yard to the 17.
A yard, yeah. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Paladuro team is a good tackling team.
Yeah, they are. However, I want to say something about that after this play. Here comes Carrillo on 2nd down. He wants to run. He cuts it back up, and he's going to get down to about the 12.
Gain of 5 for Carrillo.
They are a good tackling team, but they are a high tackling team.
They are.
They are very high on their tackles. Michael Bacon, seriously,
What?
head basketball coach, said we need makers, not shooters. Come on, coach. I made him. I just did not play defense.
He was an NBA player. No defense.
I was like, you know, there are some great Jimmies that have played basketball before, though. Here's a handoff again. Ewing has a big hole, and he's down to the 4 or 5 yard line. First and goal. No, I was not Luca. I was kind of like, let's think of great Jimmies that played. Jimmy Jones was a power forward for the Cavaliers.
There was Jimmer Fredette
from BYU, right? Jimmy Jackson played for the Maps. Jimmy Chitwood, I'll make it, from the Hoosiers. And me. First and goal, Cougs. Here comes Carrillo. He's got a blocker in front. He's inside the 5, and he's going to be ridden down about the 4. I will, since Coach Bacon's listening, I'll chirp him up a little bit. Cooper basketball starting up here in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited for this basketball season. He's got some guys ready to go.
That's great.
And he's maybe our most animated coach. I enjoy watching him coach.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah. And I promise, Coach, before the season gets going, this voice will sound better for you, bud. 5-10, Cougs have a 2nd down at the 4 yard line. 2nd and goal. Carrillo takes the snap, hands it off, right side, easy walk in, Yahtzee! How about that? Markel Sims from 4 yards out. And the Cougs have cut it to 20-6.
Cougs needed that. Daniel Asamani comes on for the extra point. Maddox Caspel will have a hold.
Caspel waits, snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So 4:56 to play in the first half. Cougs close the lead to 21-7. We'll be back with more after this on AISD Live.
Looking for a hands-on career path with high demand and great pay? The welding program at The Lift gives students real-world skills that lead to real opportunities. Whether it's gates or flatbeds, handrails or heavy equipment. If it's metal, you can weld it too. With great instruction, you can master all 4 major welding processes. So get ready to build a career with endless possibilities and join the welding program at The Lift. It isn't just a trade, it's your future.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Cougs go 11 plays, 72 yards in 5:36. Markel Sims a 4-yard run. Daniel Asamani's point after made it 21-7 PD. I think, my friends, I'm now going to claim the illness, Rick. My friends, Jay Ashby, Kerrigan Parrott, they're messaging in. How about Jimmy Butler? I love Jimmy Butler. I can't believe I forgot him. Take Jim Jones out from the Cavaliers. I'll take Jimmy Butler. For my daughter's favorite team, she would be really disappointed if she's listening right now. Cougs go with the pooch kick that lands at about the 17. And it's returnable. And returning it out is Brown. And Kyron Brown lost the football. And there's a scramble for it. Who's on it at the 40? Cougs are on it. The Cougs get on the football at the 40-yard line. How about that, Rick? So now then you're going to have back-to-back possessions.
Where are they going to spot it?
Rico's the one that's on it at the 41 of Paladuro. Boy, that ball came squirting out. Look at this. Look at the hit right here. Or just more of a rip than anything else. And the Cougs were able to get on the football. So from the Paladuro 41-yard line.
You go score here and then have the ball to start second half. You're looking at a tie ball game, and all of a sudden the momentum has flipped.
Well, and that's what you were going to have. You were going to, because Paladuro has had the ball once at the Cooper 2, once at the Cooper 3 in this ball game. So now then, Carrillo takes the snap. He hands it off. Ewing has a gash, and he's inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just under 7.
And Jimmy, when does it start to wear on the Paladuro defense? Time of possession right now. Cooper 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Paladuro 3:54.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Second down, 3. Snap is back, drop back, Carrillo rolling, being chased. He's got to get to the edge. Carrillo's still running. He throws that away. Good play, Jaden Carrillo.
That'll make it 3rd and 3. Cougars are going to have to look a little bit at some of the shorter intermediate passes rather than the home run ball.
I've now been told I sound like a 14-year-old boy.
Could be worse.
Wow. That's funny. I would out the transgressor on that one. The one that says I sound like a 14-year-old. 3rd down, 4 for the Cougs. Snap is back, handoff. Ewing a cutback inside the 30. He's got a first down.
Putting right on the 30, but it is a first down. 11th first down of the night for the Cougars. 3 for Paladuro, because they've had 2 touchdown drives from inside the 10.
Right. Like to let the people know I saw a doctor for this. From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cougs. Ewing in the backfield with Carrillo on 1st down. Takes a snap. Carrillo rolling to his right. Again, pressure. Carrillo steps up into the pocket. Carrillo keeps his feet and is going to be thrown down. There's a flag. It might be a face mask. Carrillo gets up and he has to adjust his helmet. And this is one of those plays, Rick, where it's a shame because and I'm going to say this for Paladuro, had you called this back at the 35,
it is face mask,
where he's down, you make him lose 5. Carrillo keeps the play alive, gets back to the 40. He's being sacked again, and he gets caught by the face mask. So a 10-yard loss becomes a 15-yard gain down to the 15-yard line. That's huge.
Absolutely.
I think that Eric Mims the one calling the timeout here. I'll say hi to my friend Terry Stewart. He is listening from pretty far away tonight.
Where's he at?
I think he's in South Dakota hunting pheasant. I saw that they had a bunch of them. I told him I would shout him out during the game in exchange for ribs from Betty Rose's.
I'll take some brisket.
No? No.
If you get ribs, I'll take some brisket.
The ribs is a 20-year-old joke. It's not that old, but
okay.
I love their ribs. Went in there to eat them one time. They were out. I was like, you advertise as ribs. What? You're out?
You remember Canadian root beer?
Yeah.
Went there once. They were out of root beer.
Well, wow.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line with 3:20 remaining in the half. Cougars trail 21-7, but on the move.
I wonder what pheasant tastes like. Is it good? They're pretty birds.
More expensive chicken.
They're really pretty birds.
Yeah, they are.
I was looking at what they had taken. So 3:20 to play in the half. Cougars trailing 21-7, but they've got a first down at the Paladuro 15. Carrillo hands it off. Bender fighting for a couple extra yards, brings it down to about the 12. Cougs have all three of their time, or no, they have
two timeouts and the 2-minute timeout.
2 timeouts and the 2-minute. Derek says they're delicious. The pheasant or the ribs. Second down. And from across town, former Cooper great Jason Pillion, head basketball coach at Amarillo High, shouting us out.
All right. He can coach some basketball.
Yeah. Second down. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to do this himself. Oh, a nice little stop and go move. And he gets down to the 8-yard line, I believe. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
3rd and 3. 4-yard gain for Carrillo. Dyson Davis will come into the ball game.
Cougs may not run a play here. They might dial up what they really want. 2:08. We're working it down to the 2-minute timeout. And we will go to the 2-minute timeout. Cougs trail 21-7, but they're at the doorstep. They're inside the 10-yard line. They face 3rd and 3 when we come back after this on AISD Live.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
2 minutes left in the first half. Cougars trail 21-7, but they're 8 yards away from making it 21-14. Cougars in possession.
I think it's no doubt 2-down territory.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason I say that is because if it was 1 score right now, I think you take the field goal.
Yeah.
But 2 scores, you've played about as poorly as you can, and you have a shot of making the second quarter account for something and have a shot in the ball game. 3rd down, 3 for the Cougs. Line of scrimmage, the 8. Both backs in the backfield behind Carrillo, and now Bender moves. That's, false start's going to be called.
That'll move him back to the 13. Took him a little bit to throw the flag.
He should have just gone in motion.
Yeah, he should have.
Third and 8. Snap comes back. Carrillo darts through. He's inside the 5. He's down to the 3. He gets a 1st and goal, Rick. Jane Carrillo picks up 10 on the carry.
Wow. Great job by Carrillo. Carrillo, 10 carries for 48 yards. here in the first half.
First and goal, Cougs from the 3-yard line. Carrillo, he's going to try the same play, darts back, and he gets down. Be down at the 2. Second and goal.
Zaylen Johnson will go out.
I think they checked.
Sims checked in.
Sims and Bender and Ewing, all 3 in the backfield. Now then Bender will go that tight end spot along with Dyson Davis. They will overload the left side. Carrillo takes the snap. Here comes Peyton Ewing. Yahtzee! He's in. And the Cougs have cut it down to 21-13. The Yahtzee may have killed me right there.
54 seconds. The clock is still running. Now it stopped at 40 seconds.
See what they do with the clock.
Yeah, it was at 54 seconds when I first looked and continued to run.
Boy, what a turn this is, Rick,
Yes.
because now then the Cougs will start the second half with a football.
Yeah.
55 seconds.
Okay. I'll change that after this.
So it's a 4-minute and 1 second drive. Asamani for the point after. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 55 seconds to go in the half. 21-14, Palo Duro here on AISD Live.
Hey Abilene ISD community, want to catch all the action from Abilene High and Cooper High School games? It's easy. In addition to Facebook and Vimeo, we're now on YouTube. Just head on over to our YouTube channel by searching Abilene ISD and click subscribe so you never miss a live stream. Whether you're cheering from home or on the go, we're bringing the game to you. So join our online cheering section and stay connected with every play. Hit subscribe and get ready to show your school spirit today. Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Cougars go 8 plays, 41 yards in 4 minutes and 1 second. Peyton Ewing a 2-yard run. Daniel Asamani's had the point after to make it 21-14. And Rick, Cougars, now you have to look at this and say, if it wasn't for the 3 turnovers.
Yeah. Looks like we just have 1 kicker this time. I may be wrong.
Yeah, nope, you got both of them. Herrera and Asamani. Asamani's going to kick this one off. He gets a good leg into it. And this is going to drive the ball all the way. That's going to go through the back of the end zone. Touchback. So Palo Duro will have the football. 1st and 10 at the 25.
55 seconds remaining in the half. Cougar defense now needs to not allow anything in the final 55 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they don't do what they did on the first play of the game.
Yeah, and I expect them to take a shot like that.
So from the 25, 4 in the formation for Julian Reese. Reese takes the snap, drops back, those underneath, has a man. And being tripped up there is Kyron Brown. Brown got to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7, so the clock should be running unless PD calls a timeout.
It's running.
Down to 35 seconds. Reese takes the snap. It's high. Looks and throws, has a man, and getting to the sideline. First down at the 37.
Was that Sims? Yes.
That's 3, Eric Mims Jr. So to the 39 go the Dons.
4th first down of the night for the Dons.
And like I said, you know they're going to take their shot. It's just when. First down. They send Johnson in motion. Snap comes back to Reese. Reese, ooh, almost got hit by Dyson Davis. He gets the pass underneath to Johnson. Does not have a first down, has the 46. Paladuro calls the timeout. I thought they only had one left. They have two. So now then they have one left. 19 seconds. Boy, Dyson Davis was right there as he let go of the ball.
Yeah. Cougars have got to make a play here.
Little Van Halen behind us.
Yeah. Good crowd here tonight for Paladuro.
Boy,
Nice crowd that made the way from Cooper.
Well, I started to say it's a big crowd for Paladuro.
Yeah. Nice group that made it from Abilene. It's a long haul on a Thursday night.
46-yard line. Paladuro 54 yards away with 19 seconds.
After the timeout, I'd watch for Darian Lewis here in the slot on the far side.
2nd and 3. Snap comes back to Reese. Reese throws underneath, has a man at the 42. He did not get out of bounds. They've stopped for the clock.
Eric Mims Jr. to the Cougars 42.
And Paladuro now will burn their last time out with 14 seconds. Well, wow, I'm surprised they called the timeout right there,
yeah,
Rick, because they could have clocked it.
Very surprised at that.
I think this means now that you're about to see the shot they'll take for the end zone.
Yeah. They've got a couple of those they can take.
What are Reese's numbers?
Reese is 8 of 8 for 141 yards.
I was going to say, I don't remember a ball hitting the ground yet.
He's completing 68% on the year. And being 6'3", he's handled a lot of high snaps.
He's gone over 2,000 yards on the season tonight. 1st and 10, the Cooper 42, the line of scrimmage. They send Raymond Johnson in motion. So 5 in the formation here. Again, is a high snap. Again, back to pass, looking long. He's got a man wide open. The pass incomplete. Oh, a drop out there. Kyron Brown was there.
He made a double move, and nobody from the Cougar secondary went with him.
But I tell you what, Reese paid a price in letting go of that ball. And there is no, the crowd is hollering for a flag. There should not have been a flag there.
2nd and 10 with 7 seconds left. If they lose Reese, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
They don't have another quarterback that's played in a blowout that's done much, that's played.
Well, Darian Lewis has thrown 3 passes on the year.
Yeah, Lewis would be their backup quarterback.
So Reese here on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Cougs being held right there, and Reese is going to go down back at the 50. Dyson Davis has him as we get to the end of the half. So a sack all the way back to midfield for the all-everything Dyson Davis, and the Cougs are okay, Rick. It is 21-14 Paladuro here at the half, but the Cougs have some life, and they have the ball when the second half starts. We're going to take a timeout. Rick will have the Smoothie King halftime show coming your way next here on AISD Live.
Hello, Abilene. I'm James Montgomery, plant manager at Great Lakes Cheese.
And I'm Trevor Hensley, production manager at Great Lakes Cheese. On behalf of all of us at Great Lakes, we'd like to say how proud we are to support all of our local high school sports through this sponsorship.
At Great Lakes Cheese, we're not just a company, we're an employee-owned family. That means the people you see coaching, cheering, and playing on these fields are the same folks you all find working side by side with us every day. We love this community as much as we love our cheese, and we're honored to give back to young athletes who represent the future of Abilene. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, or here at Great Lakes Cheese, teamwork and dedication are what drive success. To all the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans tuning in, thank you for letting us be part of your journey. From our family at Great Lakes Cheese to yours, let's keep supporting our kids, our schools,
and our hometown pride.
VIP Sports Getaway is a proud sponsor of Abilene High and Cooper football broadcasts throughout the 2024 season. If you have a large group that you need to get to a church camp or take on a trip, call VIP Sports Getaway to help you get to where you need to go. Our modern bus and van fleet and experienced drivers will get you to your destination safely and comfortably. We also offer Dallas Cowboys game ticket packages, tailgates, and all-inclusive events. We also work with Abilene ISD to move teams, bands, spirit squads, fans, and other groups to games and competitions all over Texas. Call us at 676-1199 and let us treat you like a VIP.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome into the Smoothie King halftime show here at Dick Bivins Stadium. It's halftime. The Cougars trail the Paladuro Dons by a score of 21-14. Cougars trailed 21-0 and have charged back here in the second quarter to make it 21-14. Smoothie King now serves food. Power up with Power Eats. Loaded toast with avocado, peanut butter, chocolate hazelnut, stacked with fresh fruit, and plenty of protein. Pair one of these with your favorite smoothie to boost your energy level. Smoothie King, located at 3115 South 14th, where hard work and healthy choices pay off. Let's take a look at the halftime stats here, and then we'll look at the scoring summary. Cougars with 13 first downs to 5 for Paladuro. Cooper has run the ball 34 times for 144 yards. That's a key for the Cougars. Paladuro's run it 9 times for -1 yards. Julian Reese, 8 of 9 for 141 yards, no interceptions. Jaden Carrillo, 1 of 7, 2 interceptions for 9 yards passing for the Cougars. So the Cougars have run 41 plays in the first half for 153 yards. Paladuro has run 18 plays for 140 yards. Cooper fumbled once and lost it. Paladuro's fumbled twice and lost both of them. Cougars penalized 4 times for 21 yards in the first half. Paladuro 4 times for 40 yards. Paladuro, the only team that's punted. They punted 1 time for 33 yards. Big stat here. Cooper, with the time of possession, 19 minutes and 11 seconds to 4 minutes and 49 seconds for the Dons. Cougars are 6 of 8 on third down, 0 of 1 on fourth down. Paladuro 1 of 2 on third down. Let's take a look at our scoring summary here. Paladuro started off the scoring when Daniel Moses caught a 65-yard pass from Julian Reese. On the first play of the game, Luis Fuentes Navarrete kicked the extra point for the 7-0 lead. Paladuro, 1 play, 65 yards in 15 seconds. Then with 2:34 remaining in the quarter, Julian Reese completed a 7-yard run for the touchdown. Luis Fuentes Navarrete with the extra point. 2 plays, 2 yards, time of possession 34 seconds. Paladuro got their third score in a 21-0 lead when Daniel Moses caught a 3-yard pass from Julian Reese, and Luis Fuentes Navarrete with the extra point. That was a 1-play, 3-yard drive. So the big first play of the ballgame, then 2 turnovers inside the 10. Paladuro gets the easy touchdowns. Cooper came back then with 4:56 remaining in the half. Markel Sims runs 4 yards. Daniel Asamani with the extra point. Cougars cap an 11-play, 72-yard drive in 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Then with 55 seconds remaining in the half, Peyton Ewing capped off the second Cougar scoring drive with a 2-yard run, and Daniel Asamani's extra point made it 21-14, which is where we are right now. Cougars go 8 plays in 41 yards and time of possession 4 minutes and 1 second. So exciting first half, exciting second half to come too. Scores from around the area. Duncanville leads Cedar Hill by a score of 15-0. South Oak Cliff leads Dallas Jefferson 35-0. Then a little bit closer to home, Friendship leads San Angelo Central at the half 16-0. And that's all the scores from around tonight. Big Friday night ahead. Of course, in District 2-5A, you're going to have Wiley hosting Plainview. And then in Wichita Falls at Memorial Stadium, you'll have Wichita Falls Memorial taking on Wichita Falls Legacy. Memorial will be playing without Joe Castles at quarterback. Last week, the 6'7", 195-pound quarterback played safety for the Mavericks. So that'll be exciting there. Cole Burkhead, their backup quarterback, played and did an excellent job last week for the Mavericks. Mavericks looking to get into the playoffs. They have the easiest route of everyone else in the district. Lubbock Cooper already in the playoffs as the number 3 seed. They are at home. Their season is over. Regular season is over. They're waiting for their opponent next week when they'll travel to El Paso to take on one of the top seeds out there. And the El Paso districts tomorrow night. Let me get their schedule. Just want to keep you up. This will be scored. We'll be watching tomorrow night. Canutillo, who's 4-3 in the district season, takes on first place Andress, who is 6-1. El Paso Chapin, who's 6-1, takes on Hanks, who is 5-2. Currently, Hanks is in 4th place. Then El Paso High at 2-5 takes on Burgess at 3-3. And then their bottom of the barrel bowl, Horizon, will take on Jefferson. Both of those schools are 0-7 in district play. And Del Valle has the bye. They are one of the top 3 teams. They're hoping Andress will lose tomorrow night. That would allow them to be the 1st seed, where they would take on, at this point, would be Wichita Falls Memorial in their playoff game next week in El Paso. But the Cougars are looking for either the 3rd or the 4th seed from that district, who will make the trip to Abilene to Shotwell Stadium. Their game will be next Friday. Still waiting on a game time. Most likely, the game time will be 6 o'clock next Friday to accommodate the El Paso group coming in. So we'll see and get back to you with that. Should be an exciting week ahead, though, as the Cougars get ready to host a home playoff game. Abilene High will host El Paso Bel Air on Thursday in their bi-district matchup. Abilene High wins District 2-5A, Division 1. And so they will host. And Bel Air is a team, I was looking today, they are 1-7 on the season, 0-5 in district play.
The thing that, we're talking about first or second here, the thing that you want to stay away from, in my opinion, you want to stay away from Argyle.
Yeah.
And Argyle, if you come in second, looks like that would be your 2nd round opponent.
Okay.
And I think I think you'd much rather go the Colleyville Heritage route than you had the Argyle route.
Yeah, I mean, if you can win this game tonight and go in as the district champion, your route is easier into maybe and not an easy 2nd round, not an easy 1st round.
Right.
I mean, when you're looking at the El Paso district and you've got 3 teams that are tied for the district championship there, and most likely 2 of the 3 will win tomorrow night because Del Valle's already wrapped up. So you're not going to be getting a bad team coming to Shotwell next week.
Hey, what I wasn't hearing a while ago, what does Ewing have here in the first half?
Peyton Ewing has 15 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Carrillo, 11 for 49. Tayden Bender, 6 for 32, which those have been huge.
Yeah.
We've seen Tayden Bender run harder tonight than we've seen. Markel Sims has 2 carries for 4 yards and the touchdown. Jaden Carrillo, as we said, 1 of 7, 2 interceptions for 9 yards. And Tayden Bender has that reception for 9 yards.
Well, Ewing has he's so closing in on 1,000.
Yeah.
For the season, and you'd like to see him get that. Hey, who's playing really well right now of Cougars that have gone on to play other places?
Who's that?
Aiden Thompson.
Yes.
Chadron State.
He's gotten them Nebraska.
He's gotten them to 22nd in the country.
Wow. And
has had a lights out season.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great young man. All-time leading passer at Cooper. It's great to see him doing that.
Yeah.
Big game for Hardin Simmons on Saturday. They travel to Belton to take on old nemesis Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yeah.
They handled them at Hardin Simmons a few weeks ago.
Well, Noah Garcia, all of a sudden you look up, he gets 5 touchdowns last week. He had a huge game. So some of those former Cougars doing really well.
You talk about Noah Garcia. I remember in a game here when you got on to him about his speed, he took off at the 5 against Caprock and took it the distance. So a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back on the Smoothie King halftime show in just a minute. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Football on AISD Live.
Ready for a more convenient way to purchase Abilene High or Cooper game tickets and a faster way to get to your seat in Shotwell Stadium? Abilene ISD is proud to partner with Hometown Tickets for online ticket sales at all high school athletic events in AISD. For easy access to purchasing, storing, and scanning your tickets at the gate, download the Hometown Fan app available in any mobile app store. Tickets for all high school athletic events can also be purchased on the AISD website via the ticket information page under athletics or at the gate with a credit card. Varsity home game tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. on the Monday of game week through 12 p.m. on game day. Tickets are not sold on AISD campuses, and cash will not be accepted at Shotwell venue events. Additional information about sub-varsity and middle school game tickets can be found at AbileneISD.org. So what are you waiting for? Download the Hometown Fan app and get your tickets for the big game today.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Now back to Cooper Cougar Football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back into the Smoothie King halftime show. Smoothie King now serves food. Power up with Power Eats loaded toast with avocado, peanut butter, or chocolate hazelnut stacked with fresh fruit and plenty of protein. Pair one of these with your favorite smoothie to boost your energy. Smoothie King located at 3115 South 14th, where hard work and healthy choices pay off. Welcome back to Dick Bivins Stadium in Amarillo. It's halftime, and we've seen a tale of two quarters here tonight. Cougars a little bit rusty, a little bit sloppy in the first quarter, and Paladuro had no problem taking advantage of that. Paladuro opens up the ballgame with a 65-yard touchdown pass from Julian Reese to Kyron Brown as he ran past the secondary on the first play of the game for the quick 7-0 lead. And then the Cougars had some turnover troubles, set up Paladuro twice inside the 10. Paladuro took advantage and took a 21-0 lead early in the second quarter. Then the Cougars kind of got their feet under them, had a drive where they just kind of went ground and pound and settled things down, found some stuff that'll work, made a few adjustments, went down and scored, and then Paladuro fumbles on the kickoff return. Cougars get it back, drive down, get a touchdown with 55 seconds remaining in the half, and then they're able to hold Paladuro out of the end zone at the end of the half to go to the halftime trailing 21-14. Cougars will get the second half kickoff and have a chance to tie this one up here in the third quarter. Let me check some other scores from around the state. Out in El Paso, 6A. El Paso Montwood leads El Paso Socorro 21-13. Friendship leading San Angelo Central 16-10. Crowley leads North Crowley 6-0. Mansfield leads Weatherford 20-17. Euless Trinity leads Hearst LD Bell Blue Raiders by a score of 14-3. And Keller Timber Creek leads Justin Northwest 9-7 at the half. Denton Geyer leads Denton Braswell by a score of 16-0. Hebron leads Flower Mound Marcus 28-7. Louisville Fighting Farmers lead the Little Elm Lobos 6-3. Capel leads Flower Mound Marcus 17-13. McKinney Boyd leads Princeton by a score of 17-13. Plano West over Prosper 14-13. Allen 35-0 over Plano East. Richardson leads Irving MacArthur by a score of 21-7. Lake Highlands all over Irving High by a score of 35-0. Arlington Martin leads Arlington High 28-21. Haltom City leads Arlington Sam Houston 28-0. Arlington Lamar leads Grand Prairie 28-0. A lot of ball games on Thursday night here. Forney Jackrabbits lead the Rockwall Heath Hawks by a score of 21-7. And then in the Metroplex, Duncanville leads Cedar Hill by a score of 15-0 at the half. You know, this is good. Has been a fun ball game. Cougars were really stunned early in the first quarter and really could have rolled over and quit, but they showed a lot of fortitude, intestinal fortitude, I guess you'd say, in the second quarter to put those back-to-back drives together and score. And now Paladuro has to be in the locker room scratching their heads a little bit because the Cougars played about as bad in the first quarter as they could play. And Paladuro took advantage, got the 21-0 lead, but then the Cougars settled down, were able to get back into the ballgame. It's 21-14 now, where at the beginning of the second quarter it was 21-0, and everyone was going, oh, this is going to be a blowout. Paladuro is going to be the district champion. But now there's got to be question marks. The Cougars will come out with the momentum, with the excitement. Paladuro is going to come out trying to find something that they can do to stop the Cougars. Paladuro did a great job early in the half by just putting everybody in the box to stop the run, playing man coverage on the receivers, and they have shut down the Cougar passing game. As I said, Jaden Carrillo is 1 of 7 for 9 yards, 2 interceptions tonight. So they've been effective there, but the Cougars, in what they've been able to do all year long, run the ball, it's what they finally got going in the second quarter, and I think that's going to wear on the Paladuro defense here in the second half. Time of possession, Paladuro's had it for 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Cooper had the ball for 19 minutes and 11 seconds. That's a lot of time for the defense to be on the field trying to stop the offense. So this second half is going to be really good. Let's go ahead and take another break. We got about 6 minutes and 20 seconds before the second half will start. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Football on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Ready for a more convenient way to purchase Abilene High or Cooper game tickets and a faster way to get to your seat in Shotwell Stadium? Abilene ISD is proud to partner with Hometown Tickets for online ticket sales at all high school athletic events in AISD. For easy access to purchasing, storing, and scanning your tickets at the gate, download the Hometown Fan app available in any mobile app store. Tickets for all high school athletic events can also be purchased on the AISD website via the ticket information page under Athletics or at the gate with a credit card. Varsity home game tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. on the Monday of game week through 12 p.m. on game day. Tickets are not sold on AISD campuses, and cash will not be accepted at Shotwell venue events. Additional information about sub-varsity and middle school game tickets can be found at AbileneISD.org. So what are you waiting for? Download the Hometown Fan app and get your tickets for the big game today.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Now back to Cougar Football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to Dick Bivins Stadium in Amarillo, and thank you for tuning in to our Smoothie King halftime show. Cougars are back out warming up. Paladuro making their way out of the dressing room. We're about 2.5 minutes away from second half action. This is going to be a great half of football, as these two teams are really going to go toe-to-toe. And I love Rocky movies, and I go, this was kind of like Rocky versus Drago.
Well, it was kind of like Rocky 1. It was kind of like Rocky 2.
But, you know, Paladuro came out just flailing away and takes the 21-0 lead. And then all of a sudden the Cougars, they get cut.
Yeah.
And the Cougars go in and score, and they're kind of like, what? They fumble the kickoff. Cougars take that and go score again, and now it's 21-14 in a ball game, and the Cougars are going to get the kickoff with a chance to tie this one up here in the third quarter.
I think one of the keys of the second half is how short of a memory does Jaden Carrillo have.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was not a good half. He had 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. However, he got him down the field twice in the second quarter to score touchdowns, and so we've got to see if he can forget the first half and see what he does in the second.
Yeah, they're going to have to put up more than 9 yards passing tonight to win this one. But 144 yards to -1 for Paladuro. They've been able to get pressure on Julian Reese when he's tried to pass, so Dyson Davis is having a great game tonight, along with the rest of the Cougar defense. And I think the big number right now is the time of possession, Jimmy. Cougars had it for 19 minutes and 11 seconds to 4:49 for Paladuro in the first half.
Yeah, but again, like you made a great point to say, a lot of it had to do with the fact that Paladuro had 2 drives that were inside of 5 yards.
Yeah.
Well, the Cougs are back out on the field. I wonder if Paladuro went back to their school. No, they're there in the tunnel.
I expect Paladuro, when they get the ball, to take that deep shot again with Kyron Brown or someone.
Well, and here's one of the things that I would bet on. I would bet on Aaron Rohn. You know, he talks about the fact that he really doesn't jump on the team ever. And he was talking about this last week when we talked to him. And he said, you know, really one of the things is that you go in and you talk to him, and he goes, you have to appeal to who they are and their leadership and everything. And I'm sure he said, okay, guys, look, we played as poorly as we could play in the first quarter. And here at the half, we're only down a touchdown with the ball in our hands.
Yeah, we're in it now.
Yeah.
And he's told us many times this year how much he loves the makeup of this team, how they don't get down on each other. They just, okay, let's get going. And we saw that here in the first half. So this should be a fun half. Cougars will receive on the north end of the stadium.
So the wind, I don't know that the wind is a factor down in the bowl, the way that the way the stadium is shaped.
So A.J. Rico and Chris Asir will be deep for the Cougars. Rico near us, Asir at the top of the screen.
I mean, you look at the top of the goalpost and it's whipping.
Yeah, not standing straight out.
No, not like these flags are.
Yeah. Luis Fuentes Navarrete has it teed up.
So it's Asir and Rico that are deep. And the kick is going to come down to Rico at the 10-yard line, 15. And Rico gets out of one tackle, can't get out of the second one. He's down to 16-yard line. So the Cougars, 1st and 10, their own 16-yard line.
Rico slow getting up. Here's Rico, isn't it?
I believe so. Let me look. Yeah.
Okay, got Rico down. Cougars need him healthy for their secondary.
Yeah. It's Rico, and it looks like a knee. Looks like that's what they're working on. Heath Parnell helping him up. Enrico's able to walk off under his own power. That's good news. So the Cougars, they'll give him the 17, actually, 1st down. And it is Peyton Ewing in the backfield. Ewing in the backfield with Carrillo on 1st down from the 16-yard line. Snap is back. Ewing is going to get pulled down to 15. There's a flag. I think you may see a horse collar here, Rick.
Yeah.
Ewing went down in an odd pull, it looked like.
Face mask.
Okay.
Just move the ball out to the 32.
Yeah.
That's the 5th penalty for 55 yards tonight on Paladuro.
And Paladuro's been hit with some penalties at bad times.
Yeah, they have.
21-14, Paladuro's. We start the 3rd quarter. Johnson and Caspell come wide to the right side. Be Jace Johnson. Zaylen Johnson is to the left, and now then Bender, the H-back, comes to the right. Snap comes back. Carrillo wants to throw long. He's looking for Zaylen Johnson. He's got him. Zaylen, the 30, the 20, he's down to the 15. Zaylen Johnson, how about that?
Wow. I was a little worried he might get called for offensive interference.
Well, they were tangled up there.
As they made the pushback, but Carrillo drops it right in the basket.
Yeah, he dropped a dime right there. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Cougs trying to get the equalizer. Carrillo's going to try it himself, and he gets spun down at about the 13. They'll say a gain of 1 to the 14.
2nd and 9 for the Cougars. They just went over 200 yards of offense. They've gone 43 plays for 207 tonight.
Carrillo keeps Ewing in the backfield with him. Caspell into the near slot. He's got some space, Rick, if they wanted to throw to him. Play clock's down to 9. Carrillo's a master of this. Jaden takes the snap, hands it off. Here comes Ewing, bangs it inside the 10, down to the 9. Boy, Peyton Ewing with some tough yards right there is going to bring up 3rd down and about 3, maybe 4.
3rd and 4 for the Cougars. Dyson Davis will come in now.
Boy, Zaylen Johnson had a nice catch out there on the left side.
May run the fade with Jace Johnson.
Jace Johnson is into the left slot. 3rd down, 4. Bender is in the backfield along with Ewing. Snap comes back. The handoff goes to Bender. And Taden Bender.
Maybe to the 8. No,
Yeah.
it's back to the 9.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, so do you kick the field goal?
No,
here?
I think you go for it here.
Okay.
And I'm going to be wrong. They're going to kick the field goal. So it's Asamani in.
To the 16, so it'll be a 26-yard attempt.
Max Caspel with the hold. Snap is down. Asamani's kick. A line drive, and it's no good. He pushed that to the right.
Paladuro will take over at their 20.
So 8:44 to play in the 3rd. Asamani, sorry, Rick, it looks a little fast on the draw tonight. Yeah. In fact, I thought he was moving before the ball really got snapped back.
I got a little bit worried about the block, but yeah, I think I agree with you. Very quick to the ball.
So here's Julian Reese on 1st down. He's got Raymond Johnson in the backfield with him. Reese rolling to his right. Looks to throw. He's got a man pass caught.
Dropped.
And dropped at midfield. That was
Lewis?
Fortunate. Lewis was open.
Darian Lewis. 2nd and 10 now.
Looked kind of like the same play they ran on the first play of the game.
Cougars are getting good pressure on Reese. He's not getting any free throws.
No. 2nd down, 10. Reese hands it off this time. It's James. Marius James has a 1st down across the 30 to about the 32. It's a Cougar down on the field.
Mario James with the carry. I believe that's Jacob Bynum, number 5.
Yeah, I think you're right. I see Dot. I was at the single digit guys.
Yeah, I saw a 5 on his shoulder.
Yeah. And it is Bynum, and he's up.
A little ginger walking off.
So 1st down from the 32-yard line for PD. 8:29 to play, 3rd quarter. 21-14, Paladuro with the lead. Paladuro sends a man in motion. And a quarterback, oh, that's a dangerous play. 2 dangerous plays, and they throw one away. Wow, they threw a lateral.
Who threw that? Was that Lewis?
Yeah, it is Lewis that threw it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
They almost had a sack back there.
They were about 25 yards back when it got to Lewis. 2nd and 10 now.
Tell you what, that ball barely crossed the line of scrimmage too. So that double pass, one of the things that the Cougars were looking at, knowing that they could throw that at any moment. Snap comes back, quick little swing pass to James. And he gets tripped up. He's got 1st down yardage to the 45, 46-yard line, gain of 14.
Again, just getting their playmaker in space.
Yeah.
An extended handoff turns into a forward pass. Paladuro has gained 26 yards in 4 plays.
Cougs move Leonard Durst off. First down from the 46-yard line. Bynum back in the lineup. And the handoff goes to James, and James falls forward across midfield to the Cougar 48. Gain of 6 will bring up 2nd and 4. This time Tripp's going to the left side. Paladuro runs tempo. Dyson Davis goes to the left side. Snap is back. Reese back to pass, looks, throws, and this one is going to be picked off.
They're calling it incomplete.
Oh, they do call it incomplete. I thought the Cougs had that one. Demarion Murray came jumping into that play. And when the ball bounced, I thought he might have an interception. Let's look at it. It's going to be right in front of the replay. Ball bounces, and yeah, it hit the ground.
Jacob Bynum is back in the ballgame, Jimmy.
So now then, 3rd down and 4. Snapping a handoff, and first down yardage down to the 42-yard line.
James is a bowling ball to bring down.
Yeah, he is. Dot in on that last stop.
8th play of the drive coming up.
1st and 10, the Cooper 42-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Here comes the inside shovel pass. A cutback. Lewis, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's going to get in the end zone, touchdown. From 42 yards out, and that's what we were afraid of, right? Darian Lewis getting loose.
Absolutely. He is dynamite.
So on the shovel pass, he's going to score.
Paladuro avoids the Cougars scoring when they missed the field goal. Now they're at 27-14.
Fuentes Navarrete for the point after.
I don't understand what the question is for Paladuro. Kick the extra point. And somebody down? Okay, we had a Paladuro player down. Or a Cougar. Who was that? I didn't see the player down.
I didn't either.
That is A.J. Rico.
So 6:45 to play in the 3rd. 27-14. Fuentes Navarrete trying to make it 28-14. Rico limping off now. Rico's hurt, Rick. He's very slow getting across the field. Yeah, it hurts in 2 regards because now that makes Jane Carrillo your punter.
Yeah. Well, you've got
Ibarra.
Yeah.
Snap is down. The extra point is up, and it's good. So 6:45 to play in the 3rd. Our new score, Paladuro 28, Cooper 14. You're watching this one on AISD Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Paladuro goes 80 yards in 8 plays in 1 minute and 59 seconds to increase their lead to 28-14. VIP Sports Getaway is a proud sponsor of Cooper and Abilene High football broadcast throughout the 2025 season. If you have a large group that needs to go to church camp or take a trip, call VIP Sports Getaway to help you get where you need to go. Our modern bus and van fleet and experienced drivers will get you to your destination safely and comfortably. We also offer Dallas Cowboy game ticket packages, tailgates, and all-inclusive events.
Okay, here comes the kickoff. This is going to come down to Johnson, who makes a
fair catch. Johnson has gone back to the green shoes.
Yeah. That's funny because the official on our near side here did not really acknowledge the fair catch. So the Cougars have the ball at the 25. Well, Rick, you got to score now.
Yeah, you do. You can still go about it the way you've gone about it, but you got to put it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Peyton Ewing and Tayden Bender will be in the backfield. Jared Clancy at tight end.
Snap comes back on first down. The handoff, Bender. Boy, Paladoro's really just sniffed out the run tonight.
Yep.
It's a yard to the 26. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, they're man up on the receivers and packing the box with everybody else. And it's going to be really hard to run right at them. You're going to have to hit some angles and try and find a crease.
Well, Paladuro is, I'm impressed with watching them tonight.
Yeah.
They are very fast. They are a good tackling team. Carrillo on 2nd down drops back, looks, he throws long, he's looking for Jace Johnson, he overthrows him, he had him open.
He sure did.
And it brings up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Paladuro is a really well-coached team. And the speed, it's hard to beat that. So now they bring their starting quarterback in to play safety on 3rd and 9, Julian Reese.
So 3rd down and 9 at the 6-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Wilkerson goes in motion. And on 3rd down, Carrillo flush from the pocket. Jaden trying to direct traffic. Jaden Carrillo got across the 35. That's enough for the 1st down. Boy, that's
38.
That's gutsy right there by Carrillo.
Absolutely. Well, and if they're going to play man defense, their backs are turned. So if you can break that initial containment, there's room to run.
You have to be sure that you can break the line of scrimmage, that you can break the edge.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that Paladuro does not do well. They do not set the edge.
No, they don't. And when you're right on the nose of the receivers and it's man coverage, you're not looking to turn around and make a tackle.
Yeah. 1st down, Cougs. Out to the 38. Carrillo wants to run this, and he gets to the
40.
The 40, yeah. But right there, Rick, he had typically what we see with Jane Carrillo, we see him hit that gap and get to the 2nd level, and that gap closed on him right then.
Yeah, it did in a hurry.
Paladuro, I can understand why they've won 8 in a row.
Yes, I can too.
Second down, 9. Carrillo takes the snap, gives it off. Ewing has a hole, 45 midfield. Peyton Ewing puts his foot in the ground. Ewing 30, 25, 20. Peyton Ewing to the 10, the 5. Ewing is pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Peyton Ewing goes over 1,000 yards with that carry, Rick.
58 yards on the carry. That gives him 122 yards on 17 carries tonight, Jimmy.
Wow, how about that?
Wow. There again.
That's the play you needed.
Yeah. When your backs are to the line of scrimmage, if you break containment, well, you talk about team speed. Have we seen Peyton Ewing caught this year when he breaks it in the open field?
Correct. First and goal, Cougs. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to try it himself. Jaden Carrillo into the end zone, touchdown. From 2 yards out, and Carrillo has his 17th running touchdown of the year. Cougars cut it down to 1 score again.
Jaden Carrillo now 15 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown.
Now Asamani for the point after. Snap is down, his kick is up, and the kick is good. So 4:57 to play in the third quarter. Our new score, Paladuro 28, Cooper 21 here on AISD Live.
Looking for a hands-on career path with high demand and great pay? The welding program at the Lift gives students real-world skills that lead to real opportunities. Whether it's gates or flatbeds, handrails or heavy equipment. If it's metal, you can weld it too. With great instruction, you can master all 4 major welding processes. So get ready to build a career with endless possibilities and join the welding program at the Lift. It isn't just a trade, it's your future.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Cougs go 6 plays, 75 yards in a minute 48. Jaden Carrillo's 17th touchdown on the ground this year. From 2 yards out has cut the lead to 28-21. Rick, the Cougs have to have a stop.
Yeah, they do. Kyron Brown will go deep for Paladuro. Raymond Johnson up back on the near side. Darian Lewis will be the up back on the far side. They're about the 25, 27-yard line.
Kickoff is going to come down and chase Brown to the 2. Tries to run out of it, 10-15. He's got some running room, 25. He breaks out, 35, 40. Almost runs into his own man. He's got 2 men to beat. He got a block in the back right there, still on his feet, and he's going to be dragged down the Cooper 28-yard line. I can't believe there's not a flag somewhere on that play.
Cooper 17.
I cannot believe there's not a flag someplace. So the 17 is the line of scrimmage.
Well, and that's a backbreaker for the Cougars.
Well, you need to force a turnover now.
Raymond Johnson will be in the backfield.
Johnson with Reese. Reese hands it off to Johnson. He goes right side, slips and falls. Gets to the 13-yard line, gain of 4. I thought there was a block in the back. I'm just going to say that. And a lot of times when you cut back that many times, there's got to be something. Second down. 7. Snap is back. Reese is going to throw. He gets out here on the edge to Lewis. Lewis breaks 1 tackle. A cut back. He's into the end zone, touchdown. Darian Lewis from 14 yards out.
Well, and you can see why Bill Belichick wants him in Chapel Hill. Paladuro leads 34-21.
Still 3:57. That took a minute.
Yeah. 2 plays, 17 yards in a minute for the Dons to make it 34-21.
Fuentes Navarrete to kick. Snaps down, kicks up. Kick is good. 3:57 left. Our new score, Paladuro 35, Cooper 21 here on AISD Live.
Are you looking to build a solid future in AISD? The construction program at the Lift is a perfect place to start. You'll develop practical skills working with top-of-the-line equipment and learn the techniques employers are looking for. Plus, with expert instructors guiding you, you'll be ready to jump into the workforce or continue your education in construction. We are building foundations today for the students that shape tomorrow. Join the construction program at the Lift in AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Welcome back to Bivins Stadium. Duro leads the Cougars by a score of 35-21 with 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. Luis Fuentes Navarrete to kick off for the Dons. Duro went 17 yards in 2 plays, took a minute off the clock to score following the long Kyron Brown return.
Zaylen Johnson, Chris Azier deep for the Cougars. Zaylen at the 6 to the 15 and the 20. Zaylen Johnson 25 and gets to the 27-yard line where the Cougs will set up shop.
Well,
it's gotten a little chippy.
Yeah.
In a couple of places. You have to be really careful here because if you were to be ejected,
yes,
you would miss a playoff game. You'd miss a half.
You know, and the Cougars, it's not panic time. You're still in the third quarter.
Right.
They've got to drive down, put points on the board, and then the defense has got to come up with a stop.
Ewing in the backfield. Carrillo takes a snap on first down. Peyton, 30, 35, 40. Peyton Ewing, 45, out to the 48-yard line, 49-yard line. Gain of 22 for Ewing.
Great job on the right side to give Ewing a hole to run
There's
through.
a
Got
flag. Well, that's too bad because that was a really good run by Ewing.
I'll take it back.
Ewing has got to be getting some looks, doesn't he?
I would think so. Be 1st and 20 now from the 17.
Well, that one hurt.
Yeah, that one did.
Carrillo sends Ewing in motion, and on first down wants to throw. Throws one out here for Jace Johnson. It's incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Carrillo's now 2 of 10 for 62 yards.
Yeah, I was starting to say Carrillo's had a tough night tonight.
Second and 20 from the 17. Johnson goes out along with Bender. Jared Clancy will come in.
Second down, 20. Snap, the handoff. Ewing a spin, gets to the 30. You know, I'll say this about Jared Clancy, Rick. You know, he was, you know, bless his heart, you sit there and you're going, you're the backup quarterback and you weren't getting any time with the year that Carrillo's having. And then Casey Rosario goes out with a broken foot, and Clancy is the one that's like, I can play tight end.
Yeah,
I can.
Absolutely.
I won in the game. It's his senior year. I mean, good for him. 3rd down and 8 for the Cougs.
Gain of 12 by Ewing on the last play.
Where they really packed the box here. Here comes Ewing again. Ewing to the 40 or 35, excuse me. It brings up 4th down and 2 in decision time now for the Cougs.
I think you got to go for it. So Markel Sims comes in. Clancy checks out.
Yeah, you got to block down on this like you haven't blocked all night. Now Clancy comes back in.
And Sims goes out.
Play clock is under 10. You got to run this. Now down to 5, 4. Ewing gets out of the backfield. Carrillo being chased. Carrillo and Jaden Carrillo does not have the first down. In fact, he fumbled the football there at the end, and PD is on it.
Down at the 34.
Yeah, so PD now is starting to take over this ball game, Rick, with 1:54 to play in the third.
I think you had to take that chance.
So 1:54 left in the third quarter.
Reese talking to Daniel Moses as they come out onto the field.
First down, 34-yard line. Snap comes back, Reese. Reese looks up top, throws, there was a hold, and the pass is going to be caught, touchdown. Is it Johnson?
I can't.
I think it's 0.
Or 3. It's 3. It's Mims.
Okay. Eric Mims Jr.
Cougar secondary just quit running and Mims ran by him.
Boy, Reese is the deal, though.
Yeah.
Fuentes Navarrete for the point after. Snap is down, his kick is up, his blocked partially, but he goes through. And there's a flag down. The flag makes it 42-21. I don't think you take a point off the scoreboard.
No flag, inadvertent flag.
One play, 34-yard. Well, the flag's inadvertent because he blocked the kick.
Yeah.
One play,
34 yards, 8 seconds.
We'll keep it right here.
All right, we'll keep it right here. Score 42-21, Paladuro. Paladuro has been dominant tonight. Cougars have made their run in the second quarter.
Well, Paladuro's been dominant, but let's talk about this. Cooper with an interception, a turnover on downs, another interception. So 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, and a missed field goal.
Yep.
The miscues tonight.
Cooper did not come off their bye week sharp. Does Navarrete will kick off, and Carissa Sear moves over to the near side. Zaylin Johnson will go to the top. And like you just said, with it 42-21, now the Cougars have got to keep their heads about them.
Yeah.
Because there's a game to play next week. You don't want somebody suspended.
Kick is going to come down to a Sear at the 10-yard line. To the 20. Oh, my word, Chris Sear took a hit at the 24. He took a forearm shiver right there. So 1:34 is the Cougar, or 1:39, excuse me, as the Cougars take over 1st and 10.
Matthew Balvantine coming in at receiver. Markel Sims in the backfield now with Carrillo, along with Ewing.
Snapping a handoff on 1st down is Ewing, and he
got hit as soon as he took the handoff. Mark him at the 28, a loss of 1.
23.
23. Loss of 1. No, 24.
2nd and 10. Carrillo now has Ewing go to the other side. And on 2nd down, takes a snap, play fake, rolls left. Now he's being chased again, and all he can do is throw it away. It's good coverage. It's speed, Rick. It is what Paladuro has.
Paladuro has come in and determined with their defensive ends, they're not going to let Carrillo get outside and create the havoc he's done for 9 other games. So they've got defensive ends when he starts to go to the outside that are coming across, getting in his face, turning him the other way, and then there's the other defensive end.
Well, so that's caused by the deep rush. I mean, they're running a deep up the line rush.
3rd and 10 now for the Cougars. They're 7 of 11 on the night on 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 10. Snap comes back. Carrillo gets away from 1, gets away from 2. Now then looks and again has to throw it away.
Nowhere to go with the ball.
There should be a flag right there.
There should be for taunting.
Yeah, that was an extended taunt. And now then the white hat tries to talk to the defensive end and he chirps back at the official.
Kyron Brown.
Yeah.
We have a flag on the play.
It should be a taunt.
Holding on the defense.
Defensive holding. Well, that's going to give you a 1st down. Well, that saved our bacon for a moment.
Yeah.
Takes the ball to the 34. 42 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 42-21. Dons leading the Cougars. Snap comes back. Carrillo dropped it momentarily. There's a flag that comes flying in. That happened right there in that center guard area. I don't know who the flag's on. It might be a trip, actually.
Did they mark him down at the 35?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a trip. I know absolutely nothing, but okay. Well, it was on Smiley, the center.
Get back to the 24.
It's a good thing it was the hold, though.
Yeah.
Trip would have cost him more yardage.
So 1st and 20 now for the Cougars from the 24. 33 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cougars trail 42-21.
Snap comes back. Here comes Ewing, 30, hurdles a man, and he's down to 32. Should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Ewing did not get out of bounds.
Gain of 8 makes it 2nd and 12.
So the Cougs are going to be down 3 touchdowns headed into the 4th quarter. And we go to the 4th quarter, 42-21, Dons here on AISD Live.
Ready for a more convenient way to purchase Abilene High or Cooper game tickets and a faster way to get to your seat in Shotwell Stadium? Abilene ISD is proud to partner with Hometown Tickets for online ticket sales at all high school athletic events in AISD. For easy access to purchasing, storing, and scanning your tickets at the gate, download the Hometown Fan app available in any mobile app store. Tickets for all high school athletic events can also be purchased on the AISD website via the ticket information page under athletics or at the gate with a credit card. Varsity home game tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. on the Monday of game week through 12 p.m. on game day. Tickets are not sold on AISD campuses and cash will not be accepted at Shotwell venue events. Additional information about sub-varsity and middle school game tickets can be found at AbileneISD.org. So what are you waiting for? Download the Hometown Fan app and get your tickets for the big game today. Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Fourth quarter ready to start here at Dick Bivins. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Case, and Truman Young.
You know,
Jared Rice up above us.
We came into this game saying the team that made the fewest mistakes would win, and that's been Paladuro tonight.
Yeah. Cougars have a 2nd down and 13. Snap comes back. Carrillo avoids one man, throws, and that's incomplete, but there is a really high-flying flag. So the second line, if you're a Grando flag, you're a high-flying flag. That landed, and the flag landed right on the stripe of the 50.
Good aim.
Yeah, you couldn't have thrown that better. I mean, I've known Glenn Bamlett for a long time. He can't make that. Bam, I hope you're listening right now. You can't make that throw that he just made. He threw it high. Winky, you don't have that in you either, brother. You throw it high and you stick it like a lawn dart at the 50.
Okay, are they going to call offensive interference or defensive interference? They're looking the wrong direction.
Sideline interference.
Oh, my goodness.
What? It's a 15-yard penalty. He'll take him back to the 17.
16, 17.
3rd and an acre. Wonder who they called that on.
I had 2nd and 27.
Third down, 28, according to the stick. Carrillo back to pass. Carrillo being chased, running for his life, throws this one away. And the punting unit comes out.
So, is Ibarra going to kick? Or is Rico back out? No, it's Ibarra. First punt of the night for the Cougars.
If you're a bar right now, you got to punt it past the 1st down marker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the Dons are standing. You know, they're calling a timeout here, Rick. I think the back judge has this. I think it's 3rd down.
I thought it was 3rd because the down didn't count after the penalty.
No, they're just changing the time. Maybe the sideline interference carries the loss of down.
Maybe so.
I guess it would have to. Ibarra's kick. He's going to get past the 1st down marker. It's fielded at midfield, and oh, there's a couple of big hits.
Who was that returned it?
It was Raymond Johnson, I believe. So 11:40 left. The Dons have the ball at the Cougar 41. Five times tonight, Rick, Paladuro has started in Cooper end.
Yeah. A couple of times, 3 times too far into their end.
Yeah. They've had the ball at the 2, the 3, and the 17 of Cooper tonight. Those 3 by themselves are the difference in the ball game.
Yeah.
Reese on 1st down, throws it into the flat, has a man. It's Lewis again. And Darian Lewis finally is knocked out of bounds at the 24. Paladuro scores here, Rick. I think they can start counting the district goal ball.
Yeah, they can. Paladuro has a type of team that can really play with the Metroplex.
Well,
they're athletic, they're fast.
More on that in just a moment as we see Reese on first down. Or excuse me, Lewis just took a direct snap. And he cuts it back, and he's tackled at the 15. I was listening to Dave Campbell's podcast last week that they do on Fridays, pregame, and they were talking about Paladuro, and they said they could make some noise in Region 1.
Yeah, they can.
And after seeing them, I'm going, yeah, they sure can.
They have a lot of playmakers.
And the thing is, Eric Mims, he learned some things in Duncanville.
Yeah, he did.
And they're really well coached.
Yes.
Second and a yard from the 15. Reese hands it off, left side, cut back into the end zone, touchdown.
It's Raymond Johnson, number 0.
Raymond Johnson from 15 yards out. So Paladuro's scored every time they've touched the ball in the second half.
Yeah. You know, I go back to the missed field goal. If you get the field goal there, if you go for it and get the first down followed by the touchdown, where does this game go? I know there's no way to ever know that, but like after the Cougars missed the field goal, that Caladuro's psyche went, okay.
Yeah. Fuentes Navarrete for the point after. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 49-21 our score, 10:41 left here on AISD Live.
Are you looking to build a solid future in AISD? The construction program at the Lift is a perfect place to start. You'll develop practical skills working with top-of-the-line equipment and learn the techniques employers are looking for. Plus, with expert instructors guiding you, you'll be ready to jump into the workforce or continue your education in construction. We are building foundations today for the students that shape tomorrow. Join the construction program at the Lift in AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
3 plays, 41 yards, 59 seconds for Paladuro. Raymond Johnson gets into the end zone again. That's Johnson's first time into the end zone. Darren Lewis has a couple. Daniel Moses has a couple. Eric Mims has one.
Reese has one.
Yeah. But yeah, Paladuro, every time they have touched the ball in the second half, they have scored. 10:41 left. And again, we won't know who Cooper will play until tomorrow night after the El Paso schools are finished. Now, I'm not calling this one over, but I will quote my old friend Jimmy Keeling, who said a 4-touchdown lead in the second half of the game, you can't have enough possessions. Ball's bobbled on the kickoff. Zaylen Johnson picks it up on a bounce, gets to the 10, and gets swarmed. You know, in the first half, you talked about the average starting or the time of possession.
Yeah.
I think the staggering number here is going to be if we added up starting field position of this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Interesting stat right now. Cooper's run 59 plays for 312 yards. Paladuro's run 32 for 312 yards.
Wow.
Time of possession, Paladuro still hasn't had it for 10 minutes in the ballgame.
Really?
It's 28-24 for Cooper, 8:55 for Paladuro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That shows how quick strike they have been.
Bender and Ewing in the backfield.
Carrillo hands it off on first down.
Bender will get out to the 13.
Yeah, Bender actually got picked up off the ground right there.
Gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8.
So now then, the coaching staff of Cooper, Rick, I think you've got to start looking at what do you say to your guys after this game to get them ready for next Friday. Carrillo's going to throw. He throws long, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, it's a tough conversation. You've got to have a short memory. I mean, because you turn the page when you get off that bus at back at the field house tonight, you've got to start focusing on next week, because you can't come out and perform like this next week, or your season ends.
3rd down and 9. Two receivers to the left. Carrillo takes the snap. Stands in the pocket, looks, delivers to Bender. Bender has a first down out to the 29. You know, the thing about Jaden Carrillo, though, I will say this. He will own this.
Yeah.
And he will tell the guys it was not my best performance, and I'll be ready next week. He's going to throw on first down. He's looking out here for Zaylen Johnson. It's incomplete.
Pass out of bounds. Johnson didn't have a chance on that one.
Duncanville leading Cedar Hill 29-0.
Wow. Carrillo 3 of 15 on the night.
Wow. I think that's such a tribute to the Paladuro defense.
Yeah, I agree. They have the athletes to play man coverage.
Yes.
They have the other guys to put pressure. Now they're all standing up to come.
2nd and 10. Snap is back. Carrillo throws underneath. Ewing, first down yardage. Puts his head down. Gets to the 45-yard line. Gain of 16. Boy, Peyton Ewing's had a nice night.
He has. Peyton Ewing, 21 carries, 148 yards, and 1 reception for 15.
Here comes Carrillo on first down. And he's spun down at the 45. No gain on the play.
When he was spun around, I was worried for a second the ball had come out.
2nd down 9. Carrillo getting the snap. Here comes pressure. Jaden escapes 2 men and gains 2 to about the 47. Is going to bring up 3rd down. Even when they miss, they are right on top of him again.
Yep. Third and 6 for the Cougars.
Cougs need the 46 of PD for a first down. Snap is back. Here's the handoff. Ewing gets stopped there. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Cougars will go for it. Or quick kick.
Carrillo takes the snap, stands in, just throws it long. Looking for Zaylen Johnson. There's going to be the flags. There's the interference. Cougars will hang on to the drive. Can I make a plug for Sefco? Yeah, the only way that I'm talking through this game tonight, the ladies at Sefco felt sorry for me and said, here, we've got hot water for you. Yeah, thanks to them.
1st and 10 for the Cougars from the 37 of Paladuro. 8:19 remaining in the ballgame. Cougars trailing 49-21. Move the ball over. That's 3 feet. Now we've got another whistle. Two officials having a conversation here at the 15-yard line. Making after game plans.
Oh, 10 seconds.
10 more seconds on the clock. Over the years, they've had trouble running the clock here.
Ewing goes in motion. Carrillo looks, throws, looking for Donnie Wilkerson, and that's incomplete. Central leads Friendship 45-16 with 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Wow, wow. Carrillo 4 of 17 on that. Last few passes have just been throw it as far as you can and see what happens.
That's all the time he has.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff. Ewing. Spin
Face
move.
mask.
There's a flag.
Yeah, face mask.
To the 32.
Ewing was spun around. I think it was a face mask. They're going to wave it off. Back judge came running. He knew what the call was going to be. Evidently, he saw that it wasn't. 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
Third down, 5. Ewing empties the backfield. Carrillo back to pass. Looks, throws long. He's got a man out there, and it's too long, incomplete.
Intended for Zaylen Johnson again. 4th and 5. Valentine will go out.
You know, I'm just sitting here trying to think my way back through this game again. Honestly, the turnovers are killer, but I don't know what you could do other than the ground game. I don't know if you could replay the game. I don't know who's open in this man coverage tonight.
Yeah.
4th down, snap comes back. Carrillo stands in, has a little bit of time. Now he's scrambling. Now he's being chased. Throws, and it's incomplete. So with 7:45 left, Paladuro licking their chops for a district championship, Rick.
Yes, they are.
And deservingly so. We've seen everybody now, and this is the best team in the district.
Yes, they are. They really are. Looks like we're going to see some substitutions now for Paladuro.
First and 10. Their own 32.
Julian Reese will stay in. Marie James and Delman Randall come into the backfield.
Randall's not even on my 3 deep. First down handoff to the 37, gain of 5.
Marie James, a tough back.
Yeah. Some credit to the Cooper Jazz Band over there. They're producing some sound.
Yes, they are. Play clock down to 7.
Reese takes the snap. Hands it off, and not much there. There's a flag down, though, at the 32. Now, see,
that's
blow
ridiculous.
blow the whistle.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to let that happen. Somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, well, But remember earlier in the game where you said, you blew the whistle.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anywhere close to that. It's a hold. So a doubleheader next week, not on the same day doubleheader, but a doubleheader as far as Abilene High will have a home game at Shotwell Stadium, playoff game next Thursday night. Cooper's playoff game will be Friday night. So Shotwell will be the venue for 2 home games. From the 26th. Nothing doing on the handoff. The thing you don't want to see here, there's still a lot of time to go in this ballgame.
Yeah.
6 minutes left. You really do not want to see your guys get into any kind of entanglement here.
No, not at all.
Third down, 15.
Well, if you're both these teams right now in garbage time, you don't want to see one of your guys
Right.
hurt.
And James will be stopped at the 33. Jacob Bynum there on the stop. I would think with 5.5 left, Rick, I don't know. 21's not playing anymore for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking at the Cooper defense here. And the defense is going to be crestfallen tonight. Yeah. However, you've given up 4 touchdowns inside your 20 when that's where Paladuro's offense got to start.
Yeah.
I started to say the Dallas Cowboys wouldn't stop that, but then that's a moot point right now.
So Cooper called timeout. Paladuro will punt. Noah Ferragosa.
So on off Friday night, tomorrow night, what football game are you going to?
Probably not. I did think about going over to Wiley and see Wiley in Plainview. What about you?
I'm going to see some basketball tomorrow night.
That's right.
Cougar girls open it up tomorrow night. On 4th down. Punter is back. First time tonight. Second time tonight. Cougs went after it. Don't get there. This is going to come backwards. No, it actually hit on its point. Rolls out of bounds. I started to say the way that he kicked it, it was going to bounce like a 9-iron and come back into the field, but it landed right on the point and bounced forward. So the Cougars with 5:25 left have the ball at their 27. Truman's laughing at me. You'll be laughing tomorrow, big boy, when you're looking for a conversation starter. That's cold. That is just cold.
Oh.
Squeaky the Penguin. What's the Penguin's name? Wheezy the Penguin, yeah. From Toy Story.
Markel Sims and Peyton Ewing will be in the backfield.
Yeah. I mean, it's still the guys.
Yeah.
On 1st down. Snap is back. Here's the pass out for Markel. And he breaks a tie. There's a flag.
It'll be a run.
Because of the lateral?
Yeah.
That's what the flag is.
Got to be a hold. They just tossed the flag back a couple of yards.
Holding number 14, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Get back to the 22.
First down from the 22. 5:17 left. Grillo takes a snap. He throws, and that one was hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls incomplete.
2nd and 15 now for the Cougars.
Second down, 14. Cooper will fall to 6-4 and 4-2. I don't want this to take the shine off the season, though, Rick.
Not at all.
Snap is back. Carrillo being chased. He's going to get caught this time.
Back to the 18. Loss of 4 makes it 3rd and 19. Okay, 19. Okay. So the 18.
Wait, the way that he was being chased right then, I was just hoping you get out of this, you don't get hurt. You got to. So now on 3rd down, 3rd and 18. They're showing blitz again. Snap is back. Carrillo stands in, throws, and is caught at the 31.
By Donnie Wilkerson.
Donnie's going to be good before his career is over here.
Yes, they're on the 30. Be 4th and 7. With 3:59, I would almost punt this.
Snap is back. Carrillo looks long, throws long. He's looking for a cast spell, and it's incomplete. So now then, the 31-yard line of Cooper for Paladuro. Well, it's been Paladuro's night, Rick.
Yeah, it has. From the outset. From the opening play of the game, it's been Paladuro's night.
They've scored the first play of the game.
Umpire was going to set it on the 25. Referee said, no, it goes on the 30.
And it's still Julian Reese.
Yeah, they don't take him out. Randall will be the back now, number 21. And the other is Linton, Zachary Linton, number 34, I believe.
On 1st down, the handoff. And to the 30 and nothing else.
Yes.
Shane Linton with the carry.
28.
The numbers on Paladuro just almost impossible to.
Yeah, they are. Cooper calls timeout.
49-21 our score.
Cougars have still outgained Paladuro. Listen to the difference in the number of plays. Cooper's run 76 plays tonight. Paladuro's run 36. 40 more plays.
If you looked at the stat sheet without a score.
Oh, absolutely. 33 minutes and 2 seconds of time possession to 11:20. Kick returns. Cougars have 7 for 103 yards. Paladuro has 2 for 104.
Wow. So now here's Reese on 2nd down. Little inside pitch. And spinning twice. And here we go with the big scrum again.
See, and that's going to encourage players to go down at the legs. Tavian Cantley with the catch. And mark him on the Cooper 25.
Cougs are out of timeouts now. (49-21). Let's take the timeout alongside. We're back with more after this on AISD Live.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
3:23 left to play. Duro has 3rd and 5. Reese hands it off. And again, the big scrum. You have to whistle that dead. I don't like the mechanics of that, Rick. Even in a world of tush push, I don't like that.
Fourth down and 4 for Paladuro. They're going to attempt a field goal.
This will be 41 yards for Fuentes Navarrete.
Chance to break 50 in the game.
Snap is down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. They've got 50. 43-yard field goal for the 41-yard field goal, they're saying, for Luis Fuentes Navarrete.
Paladuro goes 6 yards in 4 plays. They take 1 minute and 11 seconds off the clock to increase their lead to 52-21. With 2:32 remaining in the ball games, Cougars don't have don't have any timeouts remaining. They will have the 2-minute stoppage.
Well, Paladuro punctuates this win with the field goal.
Yes, they do. It was deep for the Cougars.
I think Durst is one of them, isn't he?
That is Rico, I believe. And Durst, or Wilkerson, I mean.
Picked up at the 5. And not much.
That may be Durst.
To the 13 is Durst. So 2:26 for the Cougs. 52-21 our score. Paladuro with the lead. It has been a 31-7 second half.
Yeah. Absolutely dominating second half.
So like the Dave Campbell's people said, Rick, Paladuro is going to be a force to be reckoned with in Region 1 here.
They are. Is that Rico in at quarterback?
Yes, sir. He'll hand it off on first down. Bender 25 to the 30, out to about the 33-yard line, gain of 20.
.213 remaining in the game.
Same play. Bender again breaks a tackle, gets hit down at the 39, gain of 6. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes left, 52-21. We'll take the timeout alongside here on AISD Live.
Hey, future creators, are you ready to dive into the exciting world of video production? AISD's digital communications program is where your journey starts.
Take 3, Mark.
You can design the next iconic promo, broadcast all the big games, and produce your own short films all at the Lift, where you'll get hands-on experience with the latest gear like cameras, sound mixers, lights, and more. Let your creativity shine. Start your journey in digital media with AISD.
Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
2 minutes left to play here at Dick Bivins, 52-21. Paladuro with the big lead. Jonathan Rico in at quarterback, takes the snap, looks and throws, and he's got Markel Sims.
For a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard, yeah, back to the 38. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Third down 5. Rico takes the snap. He's going to throw. And the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Zaylen Johnson.
Pass intended for Zaylen Johnson is incomplete. Defended by McCoy Sims and Darrell Vargas. It is 4th and 5.
A minute 16 left. See what the Cougs are going to do here on 4th down. He'll run the play. Play clock goes under 10. Rico takes the snap, looks and throws, and there's a flag over here on this side, but Zaylen Johnson makes the catch and runs it in for a touchdown. There's a flag over here on this side. I think that when the Paladuro players dumped the ice on Coach Mims, I think they got the referee or the linesman. I guarantee you that's what happened.
Wow.
The field judge is going over to the white hat telling him.
I got wet for the penalty.
Well, Zaylen Johnson has the catch from, is that 62 yards out.
Rico's pass to Zaylen Johnson, 62-yard touchdown pass for the Cougars. Asmani to attempt the extra point.
So Felipe Herrera on for the extra
Felipe
point.
Herrera, yeah. Started to say, they said Asmani on the PA, but Herrera's kick is up and it's good. So 1:06 left to play. 52-28, our last break right here on AISD Live.
Hey, Abilene ISD community. Want to catch all the action from Abilene High and Cooper High School games? It's easy. In addition to Facebook and Vimeo, we're now on YouTube. Just head on over to our YouTube channel by searching Abilene ISD and click subscribe so you never miss a live stream. Whether you're cheering from home or on the go, we're bringing the game to you. So join our online cheering section and stay connected with every play. Hit subscribe and get ready to show your school spirit today. Now back to Cougar football with Jimmy Pogue and Rick Casey.
Cougs go 5 plays, 86 yards in a minute 26. Zaylen Johnson, a 62-yard pass from Christian Rico. For Zaylen Johnson, Rick, he has piled up a really nice year. That is his 9th touchdown catch on the season.
Yeah.
And because of the ice getting dumped on the field judge,
Cougars will kick off from the 45-yard line. Julian Reese is deep to return.
From the Paladuro 45.
Paladuro, yeah.
We're like, come on up here, boys.
Paladuro with their hands team out.
I would definitely, you know why I would onside this?
Yeah.
Because you might need it in the next few weeks. So practice it.
And they're going to.
Yeah. And it's recovered by Paladuro at their own 34. Paladuro could take a knee here. A minute 5 left. Palduro's going to be the 2-5A champion.
Yep. Congratulations to Eric Mims and his staff.
Yeah. And he has done this pretty quick since he's been here. And this victory formation for Paladuro will feel pretty good. Snap is back, and there's a knee.
.59 seconds. I'll have to do it one more time.
Well, Rick, the good news is next week we are back at Shotwell Stadium. It's not back on the road. It's not a trip to El Paso. And that is a credit to what this Cougar team has done.
Yes.
And they started in week 1 of district when they just annihilated Wichita Falls Memorial.
Yep.
This one's a tough one. This one's going to hurt.
Yeah.
But I trust Aaron Rohn and Scott Stewart and Will Wise to sit there and be able to tell them why this hurts and what they need to do next. That'll do it right there. 52-28 is going to be our final score, as the Paladuro Dons are going to win their first district championship. Cooper will finish second in the district. But congrats to the Dons, 52-28. They've got the congratulatory sign up there on the scoreboard. And Rick, let's just do a quick wrap up here.
Okay.
With the numbers.
All right, let's take a look.
Well, we'll tell everybody you're going into our Taco Casa postgame show and our Thanks Real Food. All the time at Taco Casa, we thank them for their support this season.
Let's take a look at our final statistics. First downs, Cooper with 23, Paladuro with 13. Cooper runs the ball 56 times on the night for 290 yards. Paladuro runs it 22 times for 53 yards. Cougar passers are 7 of 25, 2 interceptions for 165 yards. Paladuro, Julian Reese, 14 of 18, 267 yards, no interceptions. So the Cougars run 81 plays tonight for 455 yards. Paladuro runs 40 plays, 320 yards. Cooper fumbled once and lost it. Paladuro fumbled twice and lost it. Cougars penalized 8 times for 68 yards. Paladuro 9 times for 105 yards. Cougars punted 1 time tonight for 33-yard average. And Paladuro punted 2 times for a 36-yard average. Time of possession, Cooper had it 34 minutes and 28 seconds to 13 minutes and 32 seconds for Paladuro. Third downs, Cougars were 8 of 17. Paladuro 2 of 5. Fourth down, Cougars 1 of 5. Paladuro didn't have to go for it on fourth down. Let's look at individual numbers now. First for Paladuro, Julian Reese, 14 of 17, 267 yards and 5 touchdowns. Darian Lewis 0 for 1 tonight. Amarillo James had 6 carries for 36 yards. Raymond Johnson 6 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. Darian Lewis 1 carry for 9 yards. Delman Randall 1 carry for 1 yard. Shane Linton 1 carry for no yards. And Julian Reese had 5 carries for a -13. Darian Lewis, 4 receptions, 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eric Mims Jr., 3 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Moses, 2 catches for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyron Brown, 2 catches for 38 yards. Marie James, 1 catch for 14. And Raymond Johnson, 1 catch for 7. For the Cougars, Jaden Carrillo, 5 of 22, 2 interceptions, 104 yards. Jonathan Rico, 2 of 3, no interceptions, 61 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Ewing, the star tonight for the Cougars, 23 carries for 153 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Carrillo, 19 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Tayden Bender, 11 carries for 60 yards. Markel Sims, 3 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. Zaylon Johnson had 2 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown. Tayden Bender had 2 catches for 25 yards. Peyton Ewing, 1 for 15. Donnie Wilkerson, 1 for 11. And Markel Sims had 1 catch for a -1.
Well, and that'll do it for us. 52-28, the final, Rick, next week. Very quickly, let's talk about how do the Cougs regroup from this to get ready for a playoff game?
I think you've got to, you don't have to go back to the drawing board. You've got to have a short memory, and you've got to immediately flip off this, not flip it off, but you got to turn off this ball game and look forward to the El Paso team coming, probably Chapin, but Tapar Knight's action will determine that. You've got to get ready real quick for next week or your season's over.
I think one of the things you have to look at for next week as well is you can sit there and say, okay, we have just seen the fastest team we've seen all year. I honestly, that team rivals Abilene High in the speed category.
I think they're faster.
They're right there.
And I think they're...
I mean, Braden Henry, that's tough. That's a tough call. But I'll tell you what, Darian Lewis is fast.
Yeah. And they've got more speed than Abilene High has.
Right, it may be so.
They've got it across the board. They've got guys that are talented enough and their defensive backs that they can get on your nose and play man coverage all over the field while their front 7 can control your running game. You know, and offensively, they spread the ball around. They've got so many weapons. Julian Reese is a master at delivering the ball. Tonight, he was 17 of 22.
Yeah.
You know, just unbelievable. Their running game, Raymond Johnson, didn't do a lot tonight, but he's their workhorse there. And Darian Lewis, they try to get him the ball as much as possible, and he doesn't know where to stop except the end zone.
Yeah. Well, it's a complete team. They look really good. But, again, if you're the Cougars, I think that, you know, you allow the players to have their ride home tonight and say, we're disappointed. I mean, you know, you came in wanting to win a district championship. But now then for the coaches, it's up to them to sit there and say, but we still have a lot of season hopefully left in front of us and some things we can do.
This game doesn't change anything other than who you're going to play next week. But you are playing, and your season is ahead of you're looking at going to bigger and greater things. So
52-28, our final score here tonight at Dick Bivins. And for our crew, for Jared Rice and for Truman Young, for Rick Case, I'm Jimmy Polk. Thank you for watching this one, everybody. We will see you next Friday at Shotwell Stadium in the playoffs. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to Cougar Football on AISD Live.